started. Hello, family. Give me a 2 if you can hear me. A 2 if you can hear me. If you can hear me. Okay, so we've had a change of plans because my laptop giving up on life on us. So you guys, we are going to talk about natural hair. You guys are going to ask me whatever you want to ask me, but I need us to vote really quick. Give me a 3 if you are okay with me being blunt and me answering you honestly. Because right now we chilling. This my room. I barely cleaned up my room, okay? Barely. My kids made my bed up. Didn't they do a good job? Thank you. You know what I'm saying? So I'm in a good mood and stuff, but I'm not, this isn't Sendal, cosmetologist professional Sendal. This is like Sendal, you my friend, and you at my house, in my room, and we chilling, talking, having a conversation. So if I say something, you like, oh my God, I can't believe you said that. Or don't say that. Don't do that. Because if you was at your friend's house and she said something and you at your friend's house in your friend's room, you can't tell your friend what to do in her room. So don't try to tell me what to do in my room. Give me a 3 if we on the same advice. You love ratchet vibe. Hey, let's keep it 100. Okay, so if that is if that's where you are, and if you okay with it, go ahead and ask me whatever questions you want to ask me. I'm so beautiful, I can get all your money and food stamps. Don't be sending your food stamps. No, thank you. I ain't gonna hold you up. If time was hard out here, I would be like, tell my husband where you can meet us at to get your food stamps out here. Oh, Senor Son hello, mama. How are you? Okay, so what was I about to say? Oh, yeah. Thank you, moderators. I don't know what's going on in here today. So I started washing my hair weekly for 6 months. Not new to paralysis. Everyone says not to wash it weekly though. Well, have you been to see a professional in your area about it, or are you just talking to friends that you know that only had their information from YouTube? Which one? Because that makes a difference. Because forget what people are saying. What is your dermatologist, cosmetologist, or trichologist saying? Forget what people saying. Because most people are recycling information. Let's talk about something. Give me a 3 if you have been on YouTube and you've been seeing all of these videos from people who were dominating in the natural community here on YouTube, saying that they're done with the natural hair community for good. Let me know if you have seen that. Have you been seeing videos like that? Because I want to talk about that. I want to talk about that. Sorry, y'all. I'm trying to get... Okay, so... let's go ahead. So I'm going to do half and half. I know that sounds crazy, but... So this is this feta Greek leave-in that I made. So I am spraying this in my hair, but I need you to notice that this did not go in until after I detangled my hair. And it's not going in on the other side because that side has not been detangled. I really hope y'all not saying nothing, because if y'all saying something, I don't see anything. So hopefully y'all just quiet, which is weird too, you know. But I just want I just want y'all to watch this sit in here while I comb this side out. Sorry, y'all. If you are saying something, I can't see nothing, so. The last comment I see is from I don't know. IDK, guys. But the show must go on. So this side has already been wet down, but if you just coming in, know that I'm only doing this side. I'm only putting that in once everything is detangled. So don't just start spraying this in your hair, because it is water-based. Most things do have some type of water in it, because H2O is everywhere. And remember, whenever you detangle it, to hold the base like this, putting most of the tension right here. Then most of y'all know I have HS, and I just had another outbreak in my scalp again, which, you know, is what it is. And I don't know if I said it already, but the last time I washed my hair was like 3 days ago. Yeah, it's like 3 days ago. So now I'm basically about to give myself this is something like a conditioning treatment, because it's gonna seem like I'm doing it's gonna seem like I'm doing like a twist out or like a wash and go, but really I'm coating my hair with this fenugreek. So far, this is all the shedding that I have, which I think is pretty good. But yeah, before I'm gonna comb my hair with this fenugreek, and then I have this aloe vera, lavender, and rose gel that I'm about to use. So just for me, even though it sucks that I can't see your comments, I literally, and I'm sure somebody said something. The last comment I see was from Shannon Armstrong. After Shannon Armstrong, I don't see nothing else, so sorry, y'all. I don't know what's going on, guys. Oh, let me see if I could see it from my laptop if I watch my own live. Hold on, wait a minute. You never know. Wait. Yes, baby. Hey, baby. Oh, nope, that's not working. Oh! No. Hold on, y'all. Wait. Maybe if I switch accounts and I come on to my channel like Ooh, wait. I think we may be on to something. Or not. If not, y'all, we just I just saw a whole bunch of comments just pop up in the streets. I see you. I see you out here in these streets. It was just like, okay, we out here in these streets. Okay, so y'all all gonna have to ask all y'all questions all over again. Please. Like, please. You have to. I haven't I can't. I couldn't I didn't see it. Come on, please. I don't have my glasses on, Lord. So I don't Lord. No, I'm being lazy. Hold on, y'all. Hold on. And you know what's crazy? I get it. Like, a lot of people be like, oh, I don't like combing my hair dry because this seems like it's more work. But I will show y'all. This is my whole head, and you will see the little bit of shedding that I have. And y'all know how much shedding most people get when they comb their hair wet in the shower. And this is from my whole head. And mind you, I haven't combed my hair out in like maybe like 2 days. All right. Oh! 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 It went away again. They only came back for a minute. It's like I did something on here. There we go. It's from my other page. Yep, I can't see anything. I just made a comment. Yeah. Sorry, y'all. I can't see y'all stuff. So we just gonna do my hair because I can't see no comments. Let me see if I can go up. What's my opinion on... Oh, okay. Hold on. I can answer some of these questions. I gave my daughter a big chop due to rice water. She has high density and low porosity. Ah! Sorry. Hold on. I gave my daughter a big chop due to rice water. She has high density and low porosity. She has super dry hair. How should I moisturize and maintain the moisture for a couple of days of possibility a week? Okay, so I'm just gonna be honest with you. When it comes to damage from rice water, hold on. Okay. When it comes to damage from rice water on low porosity hair, once the ends are broken, the ends are broken, you guys. I'm not being nasty, or other hairstylists aren't being nasty when they say that. That's like you going to Walmart after you buy tights and saying like, oh, what can I do to fix this run in the stocking? You can't. Once there's a run in the stocking, there's a run in the stocking, and there's really nothing you can do about it. And it's the same thing for your ends. Once your end splits, you need to trim it off, or it's going to continue to split up the hair shaft. A lot of people think that things like rice water are so amazing, but the thing is, rice water is a protein treatment, and I don't care how many results people are saying they're getting from rice water. If you have low porosity hair, Rice water is a violent protein, and that violent protein is going to strangle your hair. Notice how this side is going to take it a lot longer to unstretch than it does this side. But I just want that to represent to you guys the bonds in the hair and how the bonds in the hair work. The hydrogen bond is broken on this side. It just got broken over here, and it's starting to break down on this side. Keep in mind, you will notice, especially as my hair gets longer, my hair is a bunch of different textures. Like I have way thinner textures over, well, not thinner textures, but looser curls on this side and really tight curls on this side. And then throughout the middle, my curls are super tight and it's a little thinner up here. Back in the day, I used to do braids a lot, so I have that little braid dip. So sometimes it can look like a bald spot in videos, but it's not. I thought it was the laptop. It's not the laptop. It's just YouTube because comments aren't working. I know the comments aren't working. So we're still gonna get to it. Look, there's millions of people on YouTube all the time. So something be going on. You never know. You just never know. But the comments was working a little bit because I was able to see your comment, yeah, for a second. But anywho, I am going to do this section and then I'm going to read one of the comments from the one video since nobody can really make a comment right now. This gel is not just like for curl definition. This gel is actually infused with lavender, like the fresh herb lavender. Everything I'm saying is, well, not the fresh herb, the dried herb, I'm sorry. Lavender, fenugreek, aloe vera, and rose is all in here. So I have high porosity hair, so this mixture is awesome on my hair. One thing that I feel like a lot of people do not know, which is another reason why I wanted to come on and do a live like this, is I really want us to broaden our horizons, because we argue about stuff. Like most women, if I was to ask everybody in here right now, like, oh, what's your favorite product for natural hair? Most people would be like, coconut oil, Jamaican black castor oil. Like everybody's pretty much going to say the same exact things. But I was just doing some work for one of my classes. Where is my notebook? I'll get it in a second. But there are so many different oils. Like you guys have no idea how many different oils there are. And the fact that everybody is stuck on these two oils that are only for one form, like everybody's favorite oil is not, they're not for hair growth. Coconut oil and Jamaican black castor oil is not for hair growth. It's for length retention. So castor oil is something that shouldn't even go on the scalp. It's something that should only go on the hair shaft, but yet we all like swear by it and we don't want to look at anything else. We don't want to talk about anything else. Actually, give me 2 seconds. I'm going to get that notebook because it's going to be in my head. And I can't untwist this and remember the names and everything at the same time. So hold on. Seriously, it's right here. My brain, like I'm drinking wine, so I can't remember everything at the same time. Sorry, I think my ass was just out in the face. Okay, so mind you, this isn't even half. I just wrote down the oils that I'm going to be including in my next ebook and in some of my formulations and the video that's up. These are a bunch of oils. These are not even half. These are not even half of the oils that you can use for your hair. And the majority of these oils are for hair growth. But the oils that everybody swears by in the natural hair community, because the YouTuber told them to use, are not even for hair growth. So that's like, of course, we know about almond oil, olive oil, palm oil, avocado oil, sunflower, grapeseed, rice bran, hemp seed, apricot, rose hip, sapphire, I'm sorry, neem seed, meadow flower, pumpkin seed, soybean, even pumice, macadamia nut, canola oil, and it's a lot that people don't know about canola oil, wheat germ. It's so many different ones. Hazelnut oil, palm oil, walnut oil, which is actually one of my favorites. But we don't know anything about that because the only oils that we talk about are the ones that are most popular on social media. And the oils that are on most popular on social media are the reason behind, is the reason and behind why most black women cannot grow long hair. Because everybody's favorite oils are the oils that block the hair follicle. Bottom line, when it comes to growing hair, it's not that complicated. It's really, I promise it's not that complicated. But see, what happens is we end up, not we, the natural hair community has black women on this never ending quest. Sorry, this, like this light is getting, sorry. Like it has women on this never ending quest because you guys are chasing something that you could grab if you just stop running. And this is what I mean by that. It's, what is it? I don't even remember what y'all calling it. Not Aztec. I can't remember the name of it. But it's a certain type of clay. Y'all gonna know what I'm talking about. I can't see what you're gonna say. But it's a certain type of clay that everybody's using. And it's actually volcanic ash is what it is. And the ash, when you put a water with it, will turn into a paste, which they can call a clay. But it's actually volcanic ash, right? And what you're doing, you're mixing the volcanic ash with apple cider vinegar because apple cider vinegar is a natural acid, right? So when you do the history of this clay that I cannot think of the name of, I'm sure y'all know what I'm talking about. It's in a little white container with red, bright. Anyway, start with A. Anywho, so the history of that, they initially, that was used for the body, for the face and things like that. And it is to detox. It is a detox. It was a skin detox. So way back in the day, the Native Americans and the other communities that, or cultures, I'm sorry, that it originated from, they originally used that clay as a detox. They would be out, you know, working and doing whatever they were doing, and it would be something that they would use on the face to detox their body and of different toxins. So women are using that and like, oh my God, I used this clay on my hair and it made my hair grow. Or I have it right here for this video. Or we have Vicks Vapor Rub. Everybody's using Vicks Vapor Rub on their hair. Vicks Vapor Rub made my hair grow. No, it did not. Once again, let me explain to you what's making your hair grow. If you look at the ingredients on Vicks Vapor Rub, it is eucalyptus and menthol. Eucalyptus and menthol, the properties of those two are literally meant to open the pores and disinfect everything that is in there. So people are putting Vicks Vapor Rub on their scalp and like, oh, it's making my hair grow. No, what all of these products are doing is undoing all of the damage that you guys are doing to your hair naturally yourselves. So Vicks Vapor Rub is not making your hair grow. Vicks Vapor Rub is opening up your pores and killing all of the heavy oils, the butters, and it's undoing the blockages on your scalp. That is what's happening. Monostat is killing yeast that is in your scalp because people don't know this, but you can have a yeast infection of the hair follicle. And a lot of women have yeast infections of the hair follicle. The majority of women that wear weaves and wigs that are having problems with hair growth have yeast infections of the hair follicle. Because black women are under the impression that they're plants And that the longer they go with dirt on their scalp, their hair will grow. And that's not how it works. It's just not. So all of these products, everybody's like, oh, apple cider vinegar. Everybody's swearing by apple cider vinegar. The women that love apple cider vinegar, I'm willing to bet money. If you use apple cider vinegar, you are also a woman who uses shea butter on the scalp, or coconut butter on the scalp, or cocoa butter on the scalp, blue magic on the scalp, or just greasing your scalp, period, most likely. And so what's happening is apple cider vinegar. Let me say this. I love apple cider vinegar. I just used apple cider vinegar earlier today because I live a plant-based life and I don't do dairy. So if I want to curdle my milk, my vegan milk, I put a little bit of apple cider vinegar inside of it to curd my milk. So am I saying apple cider vinegar is bad and horrible and you should stay away from it? No, I am not. I am saying that it is an acid that does not belong in your hair. Apple cider vinegar is meant, if you do use apple cider vinegar, you should only be using it no more than 2 times a year. And those 2 times you use it in a year, that's when everybody has a time where they being a little dusty, they ain't really doing what they should do, what they supposed to do with their hair. So they need just a little extra oomph. They really need to do a deep cleansing on the follicle. But it's not something that you're supposed to use on a regular basis. And the comment that I read earlier, it was in short, because I'm not reading it again, plus I can't. There was a woman who made a comment like, oh, or actually everybody, a lot of people make this comment under my videos like, oh, well, that's not for everybody. It works great for me. It's growing my hair out and I don't have to straighten my hair just because I don't want to straighten my hair don't mean my hair will grow. It's like, you guys, just because you have natural hair does not mean that your hair is healthy. It doesn't. And I have so many, I'm going to have to just do a full-fledged video about it because I can't show you right now because we're on here. But I have so many people like, you're so right. This one girl, she actually said something. I'm going to put it on my next video that I do so y'all can see it. Or I may just make a blog post. Yeah, I'm going to just make a blog post. And she left a comment and she said that she always wore her hair short. And she wore it short and natural, like short and naturally curly. So she's like, and her curls was popping. So she would see my videos. And mind you, she's speaking of videos that I did a year ago. And she was like, she wasn't listening to me. She like, oh, she don't know what she's talking about. My curls look beautiful just because I didn't straighten it, blah, 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 blah. Like my hair looks good. And so she said that she decided that she wanted to get a different type of haircut. She wanted to grow it out at the top. So she had grew it out real long. And it was like to down here. Well, not to down here, but like she said past like her, something like around here. So she said it was real long. So she straightened it. And when she straightened it, she said the way that her curls looked and the way that her hair looked when she actually straightened it was two different things. So my issue with black women, and call it spade a spade. It is what it is. And I can't see your comments no way. So if you feel the way, or will. Like my issue with black women is we want healthy hair. We want to thrive. But the people who have actually dedicated their lives and their time into learning hair and knowing exactly how to teach you how to grow long hair, you won't listen to them. Because you want to do stuff the way that you want to do it. But in other cultures, if you walk into a Caucasian salon as a hairstylist and you blow dry somebody's hair and then pick up some scissors, they will be like, oh my God, what are you doing? They will not cut their hair. They will not cut their hair dry. They will not. And the only time a white woman is going to cut her hair dry is if she's trying to make it uneven and sharp. I don't want to use the word tacky like it's something wrong with it. But if she wants to give it a lot of body and volume and she wants an uneven haircut. That is the only time a white woman will will cut her hair dry. Because if you have naturally straight hair, you are only supposed to cut your hair wet because the cuticle swells. This is science. And then if you have naturally curly hair, you are only supposed to cut your hair dry because your hair swells when it is wet. So I had a woman who commented and said that I should be ashamed of myself for making people feel bad about not wanting to straighten their hair, and their hair can still be healthy, and so what, that they don't have. That's crazy. That's crazy, you guys. Why would you not want to have healthy hair? There are so many other forms of damage, and everybody is so concerned about heat damage when the number one killer of natural hair, of curly hair, is mechanical damage, not heat damage. In the 13 years that I stood behind a chair, in the 13 years that I stood behind a chair, I swear to God on my father's ashes that I can count without running out of fingers and toes how many people I did with heat damage. With actual heat damage. If you guys go back and look at my videos from 2-3 years ago, all of them had mechanical damage. They were all natural. I got 100,000 followers in under a year, 100,000 subscribers in under a year because of mechanical damage. Not heat damage, because of mechanical damage. People started subscribing to my channel because they saw me do a silk press, and then after I did the silk press, this was my gimmick. And I know this for a fact, and y'all can go all the way back to my first videos. My gimmick was, first they would have on a black cape. I would have them with a black cape on, and with the black cape on, their hair would look super full. And then we would go from a black cape to a white cape. And then when it went from a black cape to a white cape, it went from like thick hair to like, oh my God, you can see straight through it because the white showed up all of the gaps and stuff in between. That is what took me viral. That's what took my videos viral. The videos that I've been posting lately, those are the ones that everybody watches. Either the ones with super long hair or the ones with mechanical damage. People think that if you get a relaxer or if your curls are gone, then that automatically means that your hair is damaged. That's not true. A professional hairstylist, a professional cosmetologist went to school to learn how to break the hydrogen bond in the hair without giving you damage. So I spent $30,000 on my education to learn how to flat iron your hair without giving you heat damage. That's why I paid all that money to go to school. To learn how to do it without giving you heat damage. That's why I paid all that money to go to school. To learn how to break down the bonds in your hair without giving you chemical damage. And then we also went to school to learn how to give you the type of regimen that you need to follow to avoid you from getting mechanical damage. But the people that y'all take advice from on YouTube, most of them don't even know what mechanical damage is. What's wrong? Okay, it's probably downstairs. It's not in here. Go look in the man cave, baby. So most of the people that y'all watching on YouTube don't even know what mechanical damage is. Mechanical damage is what women with natural hair need to be worried about, not heat damage. Not heat damage. Oh God. And there are a lot of hairstylists that's in Vegas that are not good at doing silk presses, but I was not fixing heat damage. I did not go viral on YouTube. I didn't go viral on Instagram for heat damage. I went viral because of mechanical damage. I went viral for fixing the damage that Black women do to their hair using all of these do-it-yourself products and all of these at-home remedies. I went viral doing trims on women with mechanical damage or with broken salt bonds from apple cider vinegar and rice water. So when I speak against apple cider vinegar and rice water, I'm not speaking against it because I'm hating. I'm speaking against it because for 13 years of my career, I spent it with doing women's hair, and they would come in and they would see, like, when they stretch their hair out, oh, it's super long. And then after they stretch their hair out, I mean, after I would straighten it and they would look at it in the mirror, they would be like, oh my God, and they would just bust into tears. Y'all never saw those videos. Because the women that are busting down into tears because of the damage from rice water and apple cider vinegar are too embarrassed for me to post a video on their YouTube, or my YouTube channel. Oh, y'all videos are popping up. I mean, y'all comments. Hold on, let me try to read them before. Aztec. Thank you, Aztec Healing Clay. And the clay is fine, guys, but it's not growing your hair out. It's volcanic ash, guys. Mind you, I don't have a problem with volcanic ash. The body wash that I have in there and the lotion that I have. Hold on. Actually, wait. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Sorry, I just burped. Hold on. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. Okay. So, this right here, this is one of my favorite lotions. And my skin, I have oily skin. Okay? I have oily skin. So I need something that's going to pull the moisture out of my skin. I need lotions that are going to pull the moisture out of my skin. And what does this say? The detoxifying volcanic ash. Detoxifying volcanic ash. That's what that's for. It's not making your hair grow. It's detoxifying the follicle. It's getting out all of the impurities, anything that's blocking the follicle, anything that's blocking the cuticle. That's what it's doing. It's not making your hair grow. It's undoing the things that you've done. So if we stop blocking the cuticle, we don't have to put apple cider vinegar. You don't need to put anything to dissolve the stuff that's in the follicle in your hair if you stop doing it. It's crazy. Okay, we got comments back. Okay. Yay. Okay. Seeing haven't relaxed. My hair since July of 11 last year. Don't plan on relaxing anytime soon, but I am tired of this ponytail. What should I do to my hair? It's really good that you asked me that question. What should you do with your hair? Because in the video that I have coming, it'll probably be either late, like this weekend or next week. The video is actually about that, because understand that too much of anything is too much. So you will notice that my hair is always different, because you don't want to, oh, boom, comments is back, yes. Because remember, you don't want to constantly be doing the same things over and over to your hair. And I want you guys to pay attention to ingredients. I do not feel like going downstairs, but I'm going to have to go so I can show y'all. Like, even when y'all getting coconut oil and stuff like that, if the only ingredient on it, like, just like, not coconut oil, Lord, because that don't need to go in your hair, period. But like any type of oil, if it doesn't say, if the only ingredient in it isn't that oil and it say organic, it's not organic, guys. You need to be careful the types of oils and stuff that you putting in your hair. I'm your style. Yes, I'm your stylist in your head. That's what I want to happen. Yes. Yes, we back with the comments. Yes, y'all ask me questions, because now we can talk. Yes. Yes, and neem oil is good for your scalp, yeast, and fungus. Yes. And this is what I'm talking about. These are the conversations that I want us to have. I am not opposed to you guys making your own stuff. This is fenugreek. This is fenugreek. And guess what? This, I'm not supposed to say this, but y'all in here, so y'all my OGs. I am showing you guys how to make your own conditioner with fenugreek. Literally fenugreek, olive oil, and one more additional oil. I'm showing you how to put it in the blender and make a creamy conditioner that makes your hair feel freaking amazing. Okay, like freaking amazing. And it's good for high porosity hair and low porosity hair. I am not against you guys making your own stuff. I am against you doing stuff that don't make sense. And the stuff y'all be doing don't make no damn sense. I'm sorry. But people really think, y'all really think dirt makes your hair grow. Dirt does not make your hair grow. Dirt blocks the follicle. And literally, then this is the thing. I cannot even count. I don't even know how many people I've had that have done multiple big chops. Like, black women are shaving their heads over and over and over again. Like, oh, I did it wrong. I did it wrong. My curls look funny. I did it wrong. It's like, y'all, it does not have to be this complicated. All you need to do is make sure that your scalp stays clean and clear and your follicle is not blocked. Because black women, not just black women, what people think, a lot of people who don't know about the science of hair really believe that hair growth starts out here. Like, people really think hair growth starts out here. No. Hair growth starts on the inside. Once this hair comes out, it's not that this hair doesn't matter. The nerves that are in the hair die, because if they were still alive, it would be excruciating for you to get a haircut. So your hair is still alive, but when it comes to hair growth, your hair growth has to be stimulated inside the follicle, under, with the blood vessels that lay under the hair bulb. So the products that you need to be focusing on, the place that you need to focus on is the scalp. The only thing that you should be putting thick butters and stuff on is the hair shaft. Excuse me. Yes. Coconut oil, shea butter. I actually just made some new shea butter downstairs, video coming soon. But like shea butter, coconut butter, even though coconut butter is good. Cocoa. We'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that later in another video. We'll talk about that later. But heavy oils, heavy butters, even blue, some people on Blue Magic, that's fine, I guess, if you want to, but not on the scalp, on the hair shaft. You focus on stimulating the follicle. You focus on stimulating the follicle and the blood vessels inside of the scalp. And then you focus on retaining the length that you have. That is it. And that is the difference between other races of women that have hair to their butt and black women who hair don't reach past here. There are so many black women that I had as clients that had hair to their butt. And in a video that's coming really soon, I have some pictures and some videos. Actually, my moderator on here, Yaya, baby, Yaya's hair is down here. And my intention was to show y'all Yaya's hair today. But Yaya, the laptop thing. But Yaya got inches, baby. Black woman, she got more chocolate and more melanin than me. Black women can grow long hair, but black women have follicles that are dead and not stimulated. Black women also do not understand that you end up giving yourself alopecia because you end up suffocating the hair follicle. And by you putting heavy oils and heavy butters inside of the hair follicle and making it so the hair follicle cannot breathe, then the follicle ends up dying, and in return, you have alopecia. That's how it goes. And if you pay attention, like, if, for example, in my family, the black women in my family have the same exact pattern of baldness. The same exact pattern. You know why? They all grease their scalps in the same way. They all braid their hair in the same way. Sorry, guys. Don't be mad at me. I'll mop me some green baked macaroni. So what questions do y'all have so I can get through this so my hair dry back up? And I ain't trying to offend nobody. I'm just like, these are just facts, bro. I love you guys. As it pertains to postpartum hair loss, that's just something that you really have to work on from the inside out. Because remember, if it's postpartum, that means you just had a baby, and when we have babies, our children take everything from us. So your hair shedding is a your body sign, your body's way of giving you a sign that there is a lack or some type of deficiency. So you need to make sure that you start to repair your body from the inside out. Because when it comes to your hair, I need y'all to understand that any product that you put on your scalp is not gonna work if the follicle is blocked. It's just not going to work if the follicle is blocked. And then when it comes to postpartum, like even after I had my children, it's something that you have to work on from the inside out. For example, I have hidradenitis suppurativa, and you guys know I just had a big outbreak over here, like maybe like last year, and I just got all of the hair back, and now I just had another outbreak. You know why? Because with hidradenitis suppurativa, I found out, because a lot of doctors don't even know about it. So just for me specifically, whenever I eat meat, I get outbreaks in my head. So I ate a burger, and this is what happened. Like, it is what it is. But I know that it is something that was triggered on the inside of my body. So I'm changing the way that I'm eating. I'm not eating meat and stuff like that right now until it comes back. I have to change all of my routines from the inside out. And I need you all to be aware of that. Whenever you go to a hairstylist, your hairstylist is not the only one solely responsible for your hair growing. Because the thing is, as a hairstylist, you can do everything right, but if I'm constantly doing everything to repair your body and to make sure your body is good on the outside, and then you go home and put garbage on the inside, you undo everything that your hairstylist just did. And that's the reality of it. For whatever reason, women, black women specifically, like to detach their head from the rest of their body. Because your hair is still a part of your body. You understand that if you drink a whole bunch of pop, if you drink a whole bunch of soda, that your face is going to break out. So understand that the same exact thing is happening with your hair. Hey. Would you recommend not using hair growing oils on your scalp then? No, I recommend you researching the oils that you put on your scalp before you do it. If you guys were to go and do your research on other people, you would see that not do your research on other people, but just start diving into herbalism and actually finding out about what you're doing. You will see like, oh, low porosity hair shouldn't use this. Why? Because coconut oil is protein seeking. Not coconut oil, coconut period is protein seeking. So if you are somebody who MSM, that is detox. All of it is detox, y'all. All of the stuff that y'all are in love with, that the natural community is into, the natural community is working for you guys, because you guys pack your scalp full of stuff that is blocking the cuticle and blocking the follicle, so the hair cannot get the proper oxygen flow that it needs to grow. So you guys are using every product that you guys have asked me about is detox. It's all detox. None of it is nutrient based. Everybody that loves apple cider vinegar, if you Google it right now, apple cider vinegar has no nutritional value. It is a detox. It is a cleanser. It has no nutritional value. Herbalists, cosmetologists, like, know what I'm talking about. I've been studying this for 13 years. And most of the people that make videos on YouTube, they see somebody else make a thing and be like, oh, my followers are like this. And then they recreate videos that they already seen with no education behind it. And then they recycle it to you guys. But there are other butters and oils. Like, I'm all for it. If these people start telling y'all, like, okay, use this, but only if you have high porosity hair. Use this, but only if you have low porosity hair. But nobody does that. Everybody's just like, this works for everybody's hair. Yes, almond oil is a life. And I have almond oil mixed in this. And you can literally feel almond oil go directly into the scalp. And there are no heavy oils or butters in this. That's why I'm putting this aloe directly on my scalp, because it's going in to not only clean out my follicle, but it is also balancing the natural pH of my hair. And this fenugreek is giving me excellent slip, and it is also taking nutrients inside of my high porosity hair with the open cuticle, and also making sure that it's sealed up, because the pH level of rose is just like that of my natural hair, which is 5.5. So with me combining all of these nutrients together, it's making my hair amazing. Do you use... Okay, if you guys get anything from the grocery store, the only time you need to use it is if it is 100% oil. Give me a two. Actually, I feel like I have to go show you. I don't feel like going downstairs. Give me 1 second. I need to show you the difference with the stuff from the grocery store. Hold on. Don't leave. Please don't go. Please don't go. Hold on, y'all. No, it's me, Mom. Here I come, church. Wait, y'all. Hold on, Saints. Wait a minute now. Woo. 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 I can't breathe. Yes, this is a perfect example. Woo. What's wrong, baby? Okay, go play. Woo. Woo. I can't breathe. Okay, so help me, Lord. Woo. Who's saints? Okay, here we go. So this is the type of oil from the grocery store. This I just ran all the way downstairs, and my house is not small. Okay. Woo. Woo. So this is the type of oil that's okay for you to get from the grocery store that you can put on your scalp. This is the type of oil from the grocery store that you should not put on your scalp. Let me show you. If you look at the ingredients of this, here is the ingredients of the stuff that you get from the grocery store. I don't know if you're focusing. Okay. So all of these are ingredients. You probably can't see it, but it's a blend of vegetable oils, soybean oil, sunflower oil, TBHQ as antioxidant and citric acid, known as the antioxidant, contains sodium diclofenac. Listen, you can't pronounce none of that. This not the type of oil that you should put in your hair. So the ingredients on this, okay. Ingredients. You see that? The ingredients on here say, the strain of it, castor oil. The scientific name for it, castor oil. That's the only thing in here. The only ingredient is castor oil. So there is a difference between the castor oil that you get from the grocery store and the castor oil that you get that's for your hair. If you buying it from the grocery store, the type of grocery store should be like Sprouts or something like that. But like, no, you guys, you can, and not you specifically, but you can't be cheap with your hair. Like, we not cheap with nothing else in life. You don't be like, oh, can you find a doctor to do your C-section over there by the alley? Or like, so yeah, you guys, I really want you to be really pay attention to the ingredients. And that's for any product that you that you use. Check the ingredients. Just because it says argan oil, or actually that's another thing. People have been asking me like, oh, you say rice water is bad, but what about the different brands, or not, and rice water, apple cider vinegar, all of that. I need y'all to understand business. They are searching the market and they're seeing what works, so they're making products that people like. That's something that I teach in my CEO Masters. You have to search the market. I teach my students how to search the market, how to find the things that people are searching for. That is what I'm teaching my students. That's the phase that we're in. Phase 1 of CEO Masters is teaching them how to get on Google, how to search what people are searching for and what people want to buy, so they can create a product for that. And people do not understand that that is what people are doing on social media. That's what all of these brands are doing. They do market research. They're getting online and they're searching and seeing what's trending. And they're making products based on what is trending, my loves. It's not because rice water works. It's because it is trending. It's not because apple cider vinegar is so great. It is because it is trending. Let's keep it 100. Let's keep it 100. 100. Can we keep it 100? I don't know. I don't have thoughts on it because I haven't tried it. Not that I have a problem with other stuff, but y'all, do y'all know how many product lines is out here? And this is one thing I want to say too. And this gonna make y'all feel better when y'all ask me, have I tried different products? And I say no. Most people, if you go to a hairstylist that you really like, you go to her because every time you go to her, you get the same exact result. You get the same result consistently. Well, the way that you constantly remain, not the same, but that you constantly giving your clients the results that they want, is for you to find a product line that works, that you really like, and stick to it. So I don't switch. If it's not broke, I don't fix it. So I don't try new products every time they come out. I just don't, because I've been in the business and I know that, well, I'm not going to go there, but I don't try new products whenever they come out. I don't. I just don't. If it is not broke, I do not fix it. I do not. Y'all will notice that if y'all was to go back, if you were to go back to my very first video, outside of when I have my own product line, I use the same exact products that I used years ago. I don't switch up like that. Hold on, Sugarfoot. It just dirt makes your scalp itch, so it can cause. Yeah, dirt can make no. It's not dirt that's making your scalp itch. Your scalp is itching because your follicle is blocked. That's why your scalp is itching because the follicle is blocked, huh? Good. Where was it? Under my pillow. Oh. I love it. Also, there's no more hummingbird food. Oh, okay. I'm gonna make some more. But yeah, like it's my baby. Remember, forget what I was saying. And you will notice that I spend a lot of time going like this, and that is because I have high porosity hair, so my cuticle is open and I can feel it. So I make sure I'm running my fingers across it so I can feel when I need to add a little bit more sunshine. You know what I'm talking about? And so that's what I'm doing right now. This curl definer is not just for my curls, it's for my hair, it's also for my scalp. Because all of the ingredients that are in here, the particles are small enough to help the nutrients go into my cuticle follicle. If it's important to keep follicles unclogged, what is a good way to do that? Do sulfate-free shampoos really work good enough? Listen, I don't really... Once again, YouTube told y'all that sulfates was bad. First of all, the last thing that naturals need to stop cutting out is sulfates, because if it's anybody on the face of the world that needs some damn sulfates in their shampoo, it's naturals, because y'all put everything in your hair follicle. So if anybody need sulfates to cleanse the scalp, it's y'all. Sorry. So I still use sulfates in my shampoo. So the perfect way for you to keep your scalp clean, you do not go, oh, actually your question leads into something that I actually wanted to address. Someone was like, oh, well, they told me it's not good to wash my hair and to put water on my hair that much, or, oh, if I want a silk press to last. You guys are under the impression that the only way that you can cleanse your scalp is with water. Understand that you can run your head underwater, and without using the right types of compounds, your scalp can still be dirty. Because just because you run water on your scalp does not mean that the water is going deep enough into the follicle to cleanse it. So you can take almond oil and tea tree, or almond oil and peppermint. I always say almond oil or walnut oil because the particles in that oil are so small that it goes deep into the hair follicle without clogging the follicle or putting a heavy coating on the hair, even if you have thin hair that gets weighed down fast by oil. It ends up not doing that to you. So even you still need to cleanse your scalp. When I wear my hair straight, like in the wintertime, because I live in the desert, whenever I wear my hair straight, you guys, I always cleanse my scalp with a cotton ball. I put a mixture of almond oil and tea tree on a cotton ball, and every other day I go either with a cotton ball, it's a cotton ball if I have braids, and it's a Q-tip if I'm wearing my hair straight. I'll take a Q-tip and go all around my scalp with it. You have to keep your scalp cleansed. If you have a style where you don't want your hair to revert back, then you cleanse with oil. You guys, products do not grow your hair faster. It's you having a clean follicle. For example, do y'all know, give me a 3 if you know a person that every time you talk to them, they go into the gym. Every time you talk to, where you at? Where you at, Frank? Oh, I'm going to the gym. I'm about to work out. But he ain't lost no weight. She ain't lost not an inch, not a pound. That is because your body is not built in the gym. Your body is built in the kitchen. You do not lose weight by going to the gym and working out. You lose weight by working out. That is how you lose weight. It is the same thing with your hair. You do not grow long hair by putting different chemicals and different products in your hair. You grow your hair by maintaining a healthy scalp and a healthy environment for your hair to be able to breathe. Period. That's how it goes. There's no like, oh, what product do you use? No, there's no one product. There's no one product. And everything else, all of these like, oh, YouTube, all you got to do is this. They're leading y'all down this path and just leaving y'all there, because give me a 2 if you've seen a video, at least one video like this. On my news feed, all I see is women who have hundreds and thousands of followers that are making posts like, oh, I'm leaving the natural hair community. I'm leaving the natural hair community, and I'm leaving because it's too much, and I don't want to do all this stuff to my hair, and everybody's so competitive and everybody's so nasty. So the same women that told y'all to put all of this stuff in y'all hair, they like, oh, I don't want to stick to these rules no more. I'm not doing this to my hair no more. I'm not doing this no more. And now I'm going to start straightening my hair. Now I'm about to relax my hair. Now I'm doing the silk press because heat's not that bad. Dark Phoenix, that's all you've been seeing. Yeah. Everywhere. All of the people who told y'all to put all this stuff on y'all hair, they're like, oh, I'm not doing natural hair anymore. And it's like, it's crazy because that's who y'all listen to. But then, not y'all per se, but then other people, like, you got people like the Master Stylist or Janae Mickles, that you go on their comments, you like, you don't know what you're doing, you being too rough, you using too much heat is bad, and everybody attacks the professional hairstylists because the YouTubers that were doing it for views told them that heat was bad. But mind you, y'all ain't seen nothing saying Janae Mickles or Sindel or nobody done gave anybody heat damage, because these professional hairstylists know what they doing when it comes to hair. Hold on. I'm going to ask you a question in a minute, baby. Hold on. Boom, 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 boom. Hold on, I got to wipe my hands off first. Sabrina. Will Olaplex only work at home if you had the initial treatment at the salon? That is a great question. Okay. So, Olaplex was originally, actually, I'm going to get it real quick so I can show you at one time because it's right here. Hold on. Hold on. I'll talk better with my hands. Hold on, let me clip this real quick so it won't dry out. Okay, so this is how Olaplex started. Olaplex, first of all, was not created by hairstylists. It was not created by a hair salon. Olaplex was actually created by scientists who had hairstylists as friends. And just like we're sitting here having a conversation about hair color and things of that nature, these scientists was basically like, okay, bro, like, I got you. We gonna come up with something that helps you protect the bonds in the hair. So Olaplex came out. And for a very long time, the public, y'all didn't know anything about it because this was created for professional hairstylists. Just like when you go into, if you go into a doctor's office and you tell them it's something wrong with your body, they're gonna write you a prescription, and you have to go into the doctors, because there are two versions of stuff. There's stuff that you can get over the counter, and it's stuff that you have to have a prescription for. This is the version of Olaplex that you have to have a prescription for. And the reason behind that is Olaplex is not a protein treatment. The majority of everybody thinks that Olaplex is a protein treatment. Olaplex is not a protein treatment. Look at the words. Actually, it's not on here. Oh, here it is. It says bond multiplier, and bond protector. Bond multiplier and bond protector. What is Olaplex talking about when they say bond protector and bond multiplier? The bonds that I always talk about that are holding your hair together: the hydrogen bond, the disulfide bond, and the salt bond. So when it comes to the hydrogen bond, this is really good, and something that hairstylists that did silk presses like myself, I would do an additional deep conditioning bond multiplying deep conditioning treatment with Olaplex, because it is a bond multiplier. It is supposed to make the bonds in your hair stronger, because whenever you're getting a silk press, people think that you just straightening hair. No, I'm a licensed cosmetologist for a reason, baby girl. Whenever I am straightening your hair, I wash your hair first and get it wet to break the hydrogen bond in the hair. And then I take your hair, and we're going to do a video about this, but this is what it is. I take your hair from alpha keratin, which is your hair in its natural state, to beta keratin, which is the new state that I want your hair to be in, until I break the hydrogen bond again. A professional hairstylist is going to use Olaplex. We would use Olaplex because this ensured that before I broke the bonds in your hair and before I reconstructed your hair temporarily, your hair would be safe and protected. That is why Olaplex was created, okay? So originally, the only thing that came in Olaplex was for us, right? And all we needed was one. All we needed was 1 and 2. So originally, this is what we had, but bigger bottles. I got a way bigger one downstairs. But 1 and 2 is what we came out with. This is what we mix with the color. And most people, like I said, it's something that a professional hairstylist uses, because most people would just mix this before they mixed everything. But no, with Olaplex, you're supposed to mix your color first and then add a certain percentage of this. And a professional hairstylist knows that you can't just put a lot of this in here. You have to put a certain amount in, because if you put too little, it weakens the lift of your color, or it weakens the deposit level. And then if you put, do you understand? So there's a science to this. So this is what's helping me break apart the bonds in the hair safely and multiply them, making it so by the time I get done coloring your hair is healthier than it was before it started. Okay, so as an additional service, because understand that everything is this is a business. We don't do hair. We do hair because we love it, but you don't go to your everyday job because you like them and you think they're nice. This is a business. So originally it was just 1 and 2. 1 and 2 were the originals, right? And then we were like, okay, for our clients to have something to take home, because they were like, oh my God, I love Olaplex so much. What can I take home? They came out with Olaplex 3. Olaplex 3 is a weaker version of Olaplex 2. Olaplex 2 is the professional grade. These are the two most potent versions. These are the two most potent versions of the bond multiplier. And the reason that it's not available to the public is because most of the public doesn't even know that you have 3 bonds that hold the hair together. This is a bond multiplier. It says protein treatment nowhere on the box. So that's why the scientists that created it only made it available to professional hairstylists. Most people don't know this. Olaplex now can be found in Ulta, but originally when it first came out, you could only find it in Cosmoprof. Most people don't know this again, but Sally's is the consumer version of Cosmoprof. Cosmoprof, which is the pro store that you can only have a license to go in, is owned by Sally's. They're the same company. But Cosmoprof is the pro version. Okay, so you could only find this in Cosmoprof originally, but then they ended up creating Olaplex 3. Olaplex 3 was the Olaplex 3 was the version of Olaplex that we gave to our clients after our clients got a color service for them to keep up with their hair. Because, once again, Olaplex did not start with black women. It started with white women coloring their hair. That's what it is. And they wash their hair at least once a week. So whenever they wash their hair, to make sure that their hair and the bonds in their hair stay strong, they would take Olaplex 3 home. That's where Olaplex 3 came from, okay? And so then from Olaplex 3, you have 4 and 5 that I'm not about to go get because it's in my shower and y'all didn't see the shampoo and conditioner. So the shampoo and conditioner came around because, yeah, 4 and 5. The shampoo and conditioner came around because they like, you already have this, you might as well get a shampoo and conditioner. It makes sense. Boom, shablam, boom. So then that comes along, and then after that, excuse me, I just burped. That was gross. And then after that came number 6, which is the bond smoother. The bond smoother came because at this point, we now see that originally Olaplex started where we thought it was just for color, and then hairstylists like me started doing the research like, wow, okay, Olaplex is a bond multiplier, so I can use Olaplex to protect the bonds in the hair as I am doing silk presses, because it's all about the bonds in the hair that you're moving apart. So anywho, they ended up coming out with 6. And if they make something to help you do a silk press, it only makes sense for them to get an oil. So boom, there goes 7. So say all that to say, these 2 are the forms of Olaplex that you need a prescription for. You need a prescription for these. The rest of them you can get in Ulta. You can still get, I think that depending on where you are, in some of the Ultas you can get Olaplex, but that doesn't mean that everybody's gonna know how to use it. So yes, you learn this in chemistry, and yes, because it's science, y'all. Like, I'm not like on here playing house. Like, I'm 30. I've been licensed since I was 18. This is what I do. This is what I do. This is what I do now. Sugar, nah. So y'all go ahead and ask questions. I'm about to do this last part right here. And I'm looking right at the... Y'all my mirror, by the way. So if I look weird to you, my bad. Yeah. That's why I'm low-key scared to say. Give me a 4 if I can have a super real moment without y'all getting mad at me. It better not be no clone to me in NYC. That rhyme. Is it a clone to me in NYC? Okay, I saw enough 4s. I can be myself. So I'm going to be very honest and say that one of the main reasons why I decided to step away from the hair industry is because I got tired of arguing with people. And I decided that I was just going to go somewhere else and do hair. Vegas was cool, but I was like, I've done it enough in Vegas. I'm not speaking like, oh, Vegas is a horrible place. I'm just like, for right now, while I'm in Vegas, no, I'm not doing it. And if something changes when I move, then okay. And that's mainly because I spent so much time learning about hair, and the longer I did hair and the more popular I would get online, for lack of a better way to describe it, when people came in, they would, I mean, not everybody, but enough people to make it like, okay, I'm irritated because I don't want to keep explaining who I am and what I do to people. Me and my husband were talking about it one day when I was upset, and he's like, you can't even get mad at it. And he understand where I'm coming from, because If you make a decision to book somebody and get in a car and come, that means you already trust them. But once people would come and sit in my chair, they would think that like, okay, prove yourself to me, prove that you can do hair. And it's like, no, damn it. And I just got tired of it. And I decided to go and use my education and my passion for hair in a different way. So as a hairstylist, Vegas lost me. I'm not speaking on other places, but as it pertains to that, I decided that I wasn't doing it no more. And I'm saying that for me, but I know for a fact, and I can't speak on it because I don't want anybody to be feeling no way. But that's one of the main reasons why I decided not to do hair anymore, because it's just you get tired of feeling like you have to prove yourself, especially when you love what you do. And people be like, "Oh, Cynthia, don't respond to people." Anytime I respond is because I want to catch the negativity before somebody else who's confused sees it. That's why I make certain posts. Make an appointment with who? I make an appointment with me. You make an appointment with somebody else tomorrow? And y'all better be wearing y'all masks. Like, seriously, can y'all please promise me y'all not gonna go get y'all hair done unless y'all know for a fact that y'all are not sick? Because I know too many well, not too many, but 5 is enough hairstylists sick with the coronavirus from doing hair. Like, don't go get your hair done if you feel like you got the sniffles. Doesn't she come to visit you? Cause anybody had never mind. Oh, no problem, love. No problem. And honestly, I love hair so much. Like, and I love teaching the people who want to learn. So it's pretty easy for me to block out people who have like negativity behind the stuff that they have to say, because I love hair, natural hair so much. And I see how much women are struggling. Some people, well, no, not some people, everybody that follows these trends do it with pure intentions. They do it thinking that their hair is gonna grow. And when the majority of people are saying the same thing, and then one person's like, no, that's not right. I mean, I guess I can get how, people could feel away, but understand that just because you a black woman and your hair is curly too does not mean that you neglect your hair in every other texture, in every other facet. That's not how it goes. Like, no. Like, no. I just don't get it. No. Like, white women don't do that. When they know that they have to get their hair wet to cut it, because if they get it cut dry, it's going to like be uneven. So then if they get it cut the other way, they understand that the cut is going to be uneven. And they don't like the way that, most of them don't like the way that their hair looks wet, because they feel like it looks thinner. They're not like, I don't like the way my hair look like that. So you not cutting it, you not wetting my hair to cut it because it look thin. Whenever it's, no. They trust that the person that they're paying to do their hair knows what they're talking about, because they've been to school and they do it. So, hi DK. Just got a silk press and a wrist last week for the first time. Would you recommend trying other products at home? I got it at Sephora as a kit. I mean, which numbers did you get? Remember, it's 1 through 7. Just make sure you know what you're doing before you do it. Do your research on the product first. Do your research, start researching the bonds in the hair. You using a bond multiplier. So before you use a bond multiplier, you need to learn about the bonds in the hair. Because it's a bond multiplier. So before you put anything in your hair, you need to learn about it. Don't just buy it. Anything that I present to y'all, I tell y'all the information and I say you can go Google it. You go Google it. Because what works, what feels good on me is not necessarily going to feel good on you. Because yes, we both black. Yes, we could both have the same curl pattern. Yes, we could both be the same complexion. But the way that oil acts on my hair isn't the way that it looks on you. No problem. If don't nobody take anything else from what I say, is please just do your own research. Like, stop recycling this information that y'all see on there. It's not, oh, everybody's different. No, it's not. No, it don't matter. With everybody, it don't matter who you are. If you got low porosity hair, rice water gonna break your hair out. It don't matter. No, everybody's not different. No, it don't matter who you are. Apple cider vinegar is an acid, and if you let it sit on your hair for long periods of time, it's gonna break your hair off. Even if rice water is making your hair grow now, after years and years of rice water on your hair, it deteriorates the hair shaft. And between now and 6-7 years from now, your hair all the way down your back, you're gonna straighten it. It's gonna be completely see-through. And the only reason that I'm saying it is because for 13 years, I am the one that people came to see when it was time for them to straighten their hair out after they've been using rice water and apple cider vinegar rinses and all of that. And they think that it's time for their hair to be long and beautiful. And then I straighten it and it's completely see-through and they bawl and sob and crying in my chair. I'm not telling y'all nothing that I read. I am the woman that people come to see when the YouTube stuff fails them. So, do you have a video where you use one of those microscopes to see the condition of the scalp? No, I do not, because there's different types of microscopes. So the microscope that I have is a microscope for slides. And don't nobody pay me enough for me to get no microscope to see the scalp, the inside of the scalp. So, sister girl, no. But if y'all want to go ahead and donate through Super Chat, then I'll go ahead and get y'all one that see the scalp. Girl, I sure will. But until then, no, baby. No, baby. Because you got to understand, women don't even want to listen to you when you tell them they supposed to trim their hair dry, not wet. So I for damn sure ain't spending no money for no microscope to show y'all follicle. They was barely on time for their damn appointments, girl. Baby. No, baby, no. But if y'all want to donate to Super Chat for you, girl, get a little thing, little sizzle. Little chat. You know what I'm saying? Y'all go ahead and put up a couple dollars for that little microscope. And then let me tell you something. I'll show you my follicles everywhere. I'll show you I'll be up in there like this. I'll let you see the inside of my eyeball if y'all get it. But I ain't buying no. People yelling at me when I tell them not to put coochie cream on their hair. So I ain't buying no microscope now. I love y'all though. I love y'all so much, but y'all wouldn't be buying. Look, y'all won't even let people have a little extra money. You don't even let your cousin moo see your car on the weekend. So you not about to make me feel bad. Cause I don't want to buy no thing. You sure ain't. Not today or tomorrow. Y'all know who make me feel bad today or tomorrow. Bella. Belle. Sorry, y'all. I need my daughter to get the shea butter out the refrigerator. Ouch. I don't want to go back downstairs, y'all. Bella. Belle. Any other time, my daughter is right there. Go get that the little glass bowl that I got in the refrigerator. They got the little brown oil in it. You know what I'm talking about? Huh? Yeah, my head just hurts. Do you know what I'm talking about? Please walk slow and hold it with both hands. Hopefully your daddy know that you coming down there. I'm about to put a braid across here. I know it look crazy, but I'm about to be cute. Wait. Don't judge me. Judge yourself. Wait. Because it's 5 here, but it's almost 9 o'clock there. So a lot of y'all probably looking worse than me, and y'all probably haven't closed your hair, so don't talk bad about me. I love watch some of your other videos, and I want you to do my hair. I know, I'm sorry. I love y'all, but I can't. Not right now, not with the corona. I have high porosity hair, big dense hair, and I wear them mostly wash and goes. And do high puffs, and my single strand knots are out of control. Do you think the braid outs and twist outs will help? No. How often do you comb your hair? How often do you comb through your hair from roots to ends? How often do you... No. Go take it back. I'll be back, y'all. Hold on. Go put it back. I'll be right back, y'all. Hold on. I had her come get this for me. Can you close the door for me? Sorry, y'all. Can you close the door, Tom? I just made a new batch of shea bay, and my baby dropped it, so sorry, guys. But this is the new batch. The shea bay, I'll let it float to the bottom. You'll see the full video, but it's all been infused, but I left some of it at the bottom after I strained it. This is what it looks like now. Because it was literally just wet, so that's why it looks like that. I mean, liquid. And you'll have the full-fledged video on this, but this is my new recipe for shea bay. Whew. Am I done with doing hair forever? In Vegas, yes, I am. I don't know. I don't want to say yes or no for other places, but in Vegas, yes, I am done. Yes, I'm is. Yes, I'm is, honey. But in other places, not. No, I'm not gonna say that for sure because I love hair, but I'm not. Nope. I have a few clients that I love. So if y'all watching this, y'all know I'm not talking about y'all, but Vegas don't deserve me, so I'm not doing hair out here. So, but whenever we move, that is a different story. But in Las Vegas, Nevada, no, baby. No, baby. And don't be mad at me, y'all, but I've been into passive income for the last year. And I, before that, was working like with my hands. And so since I haven't done it, I'm in no rush to do it again. But I love hair. So if I do hair again, it'll be like for fun, like to make like YouTube videos and stuff like that. So because I'm only going to be doing hair for fun, if I do decide to do it again, it's going to be on my terms. Like, and I don't want to say it like I'm better than nobody or nothing like that, but is not something that I need to do for money. Before I did it because I had to, because it was my job. But I have created another form of income for myself. So unless I want to do it for a hobby, no. But yes, Vegas ruined it for everybody. I'm not doing it. Vegas and California, oh baby. Hold on, y'all, I'm getting air control. I thought I was prepared, but obviously I'm not. But no, Vegas, I'm done doing hair until I move out of Vegas. If I'm in Vegas for another however long, then that's just what it's gonna be. Unless I get a deal that's irresistible, but then it'll be on my own terms. But like booking clients and stuff like that, nah, that's gonna be. What happened with what? Yeah, it's good to use on low porosity hair. Some being cold or hot don't have nothing to do with it, whether or not you should use it based on porosity, baby. The only time cold or hot matters is opening and closing the cuticle. That's it. No, no more Vegas. It's okay, mama. Did you get it up? Come give me a kiss. You can take it. I'm not even eating it. You going with it in your room? Okay, I'm gonna tell y'all why I don't take Vegas clients no more, but I don't want y'all getting offended. And I'm in my room, so don't be coming with that mess. I'm in my room, okay? So I started doing hair. How am I braiding? Hold on. Sorry, y'all. It's just weird braiding like this because I can't see. Okay, so I got my license when I was 19 in Vegas, and I built everything from the ground up. And at the very beginning, it's something that comes with the territory, but they make it sound like being a hairstylist is like gonna be so easy when you're in cosmetology school. When you're in cosmetology school, all they're teaching, I know this part not straight, and oh well. No, we got time. I can do it over. All they teach you is how to pass state board, and it's like a fairy tale land. Like they never tell you about anything. Like all of this, like the negativity that you deal with when you post your videos online, all of that, you don't learn anything about that. All you learn about is the science of hair. So then you get done with cosmetology school and you're like, oh my God, yeah, I'm so excited. I can't wait to make money. And then you get out there and you figure out that you are really going to have to start a business from the ground up. Sorry, y'all, I can't decide which way I want to start this braid. I'm going to start it over here. No, let's start it this way. Okay, so you really get under the impression that like everything is gonna come to you easy, and then you get out there and you like, holy shit, I gotta do this all by myself. If you do not work on commission, you come out paying more money than people pay for their rent. When I first started doing hair, my booth rent, and this is fresh out of cosmetology school. I hadn't been out of cosmetology school for more than like not even 3 months. I hadn't even been, what the hell? I hadn't even been out of cosmetology school for a month. Because that's how fast I was with stuff. Like, And I remember I went straight to this salon. It was called Remnant Hair Salon in Las Vegas, Nevada. And I went to that shop, and my booth rent was $150 a week straight out of cosmetology school. That lasted for a couple of months, and then I ended up going to get my own studio salon at Studio Salons. And after that, that started my journey in the hair industry, paying $250 a week for booth rent. So over these years, this is from the age of 19. From the age of 19 to the age of 27, I worked 6 days a week. 6 days a week. And then probably like, I want to say maybe my 7 year into, I went to only working 5 days a week. But on the days that I worked, I would take my first client at like 7, 8 in the morning. And then I would leave and get done late at night. Keep in mind, during all of this, I still was educating myself, taking classes, taking courses, getting other degrees, other certifications, and different things, okay? And so as I went further in my career, it wasn't like, oh, I want to be famous, or oh, I want to make all this money. I really, really love hair, and I really love the science of hair. As a cosmetologist, it's about more than hair. I love the human body. I love skin and beauty, all of that. And so anyway, as I am a hairstylist, people do not respect hairstylists as professionals. People think that hairstylists work for them. Okay. I have had multiple women sit in there. They would, for example, I used to, I'm being real. When I first started doing hair, I didn't have a grace period. Like, I didn't know. I'm like, okay, I want to do hair. I thought that the only way that I could make money was to do little specials. So I would do little specials and little deals, like all of it. Been there, done that. Okay. And so I started to learn that women were beginning to run over me. They would come whenever they wanted to. Doing hair was my job, so I still had a life. You know, I got married, I had my children, and as time went on, as my children got older, I didn't have time for that. Like, doing hair was how I paid my bills, and I would have women book an appointment at 4 o'clock and then want to walk in at 4:45 and have an attitude that I'm going to charge them extra, or have an attitude that I can't see, so I know this braid look crazy. Have an attitude that I'm not gonna do her hair, or have an attitude that, you know, she can't have her deposit back, different things like that. So, and I'm sorry, that was before I started taking deposits. So I'm gonna say maybe this is like year 6, year like 6, 7. I'm like, okay, now I just have to start, you know, changing stuff around. So I started to have late policies. And I had a 5-minute grace period. Then in Vegas, I got so much grief from, because at first I had a 20-minute grace period, but 20 minutes turned into 40 minutes. And then I went from 20 to 15, but then 15 minutes turned into 20 minutes. And then I went to 10 minutes, but then 10 minutes was still like 15, 20 minutes. So I said, okay, you have a 5-minute grace period. And after this 5-minute grace period, your appointment is subject to cancellation. So that, and they had to pay a deposit. So at first that was okay, like having people pay deposits. But then here's the next issue that we ran into. Yeah, people would pay their deposits, but they could file disputes on their deposits. So people would pay deposits all day, but then after they paid those deposits, if they decided that they didn't want to come to their appointment, they would file a dispute. I remember one time specifically, me and my husband went to the movies. We went to Town Square in Las Vegas. And when we got to the movies, my husband ended up leaving his wallet in the car. And that had our other card in it, but it wasn't a big deal. I mean, it wasn't a big deal because I had my PayPal card in my wallet. So I was like, we cool. And the PayPal card is the card that people pay their deposits with, or people that pay online with a credit card we use, okay? So I go in and What happened? Oh yeah, we paid for the tickets because he had already paid for the tickets online. Thank God. And me and my husband, I go sit down inside the theater, and he was about to get us whatever he was getting us, like popcorn and stuff. So he comes back in there to me and was like, "Can you give me my keys?" Because I had his keys. And I'm like, "What's wrong?" He was like, "The card said it's declined. It ain't no money on the card." And I'm like, "What? No way. There's no way that there's not money on the card because I had just did a client the day before." Okay, this was on a Sunday, and I had just did a full sew-in with color and a lace closure the day before, and she paid $280. She paid $315 altogether because I colored 4 bundles from black to bright, vibrant red, and I put in a full sew-in with a lace closure in her head. Okay, keep that in mind. So anyway, I didn't even trip on it. My husband got the stuff, went to the car. So when we get home, I'm like, what the hell? I go and I look, and my client had filed a dispute. Let's talk about that. So this is a client that I had for about 2-3 years. Okay, she was cool, everything was good, but she would always color her own hair. But originally she would get silk presses. So this day in particular, she wanted to get a weave, and she wanted to color her own natural hair herself because she didn't want to pay me extra to color her hair since she was already coloring the bundles. I said, cool, no problem. So anywho, I end up doing her hair or whatever. Everything came out good. The only thing that she wasn't happy with, she wasn't happy with the fact, no, I'm sorry, it wasn't a closure. She had a little piece of her hair out, and she was not happy with the way that her hair and the extension hair didn't blend, but it was because there were 2 different shades of red because she colored her hair at home and I was coloring it with professional hair color, and they were 2 different shades. Okay, so she leaves, everything's fine or whatever, and she ended up coming back another day, and I ended up going ahead and recoloring her hair, but I charged her for it because it was not my fault. Okay, thank you. That was not my fault that they were 2 completely different colors. So everything was fine. I charged her the second time for the color. She left, everything was good. So anywho, when me and my husband get back home and I go online and check, what I ended up seeing was she is the one who filed the dispute. She filed a dispute for the $285 that she paid for me to color those 4 bundles, double process, which I undercharged her. Any hairstylist is watching this is probably like, why the hell did you only charge? Anyway, but she was one of my stupid. Anyway, so she ended up filing a dispute, and then in the dispute she said, like, on PayPal, when you file a dispute with PayPal, you get to put like certain things, like the note in there. So the note that she left was, oh, my hair was horrible, I couldn't stand my hair, I had to take my weave out, my trip, I had to cancel my trip, and I didn't have the money because I had to pay her extra and all of this, right? Peep this. 2 minutes later, some just told me, because let me tell you something, I am the queen of screenshots. Okay. So I go on her Instagram. She was in California, and her Instagram picture, because she had blocked me on my initial Instagram. And so, but she ain't know about my other Instagram. So I went on there from my other Instagram and went on there. She was like, when your hair is popping, but you gotta file a dispute with PayPal because these Instagram itches think they famous. Got her. No, got you. And I was able to screenshot that, sent it to PayPal, and then I got the money back. So I told y'all that story because shit like that used to happen at least once a week. So after a while, I decided to, and mind y'all, I'm not going like, oh, Vegas is this horrible place, but Vegas is Sin City, and most of the people that come to Vegas are coming here from other places, and most of the people that do like little fugazi ass shit like that, they just be coming to Vegas for a hot minute, driving through and going somewhere else. So that's what would happen out here in Vegas. So I put my foot down, and other hairstylists, and I'm not speaking bad against other hairstylists, but some hairstylists start letting people, they would let people You book an appointment at 5 o'clock. They let you come in at 5:15 and still do your hair. No, you book an appointment with me at 5 o'clock. You got until 5:05 to be sitting in my chair, or I'm rescheduling your appointment. That's how it's gonna go. And so after a while, I just got tired. Like I'm gonna be honest with y'all, I got tired. Imagine how you would feel. Like we ain't even gonna talk about my other money. Let's just talk about my YouTube money alone. I'm just throwing a number out here. I'm not saying this is the exact one. Don't be trying to be in my pocket. But for you to be at a place where you making $11,000-$12,000 a month, and then I'm sitting here arguing with somebody about if whether or not they gonna pay me my full price for my services when I'm making $11,000 a month on other places, I'm like, I'm done. I quit. I'm done. I quit. No, I am done. Because people do not appreciate their hairstylists. They just don't. I'm sorry, they don't. So that's why when people be like, oh, Stan, I miss you. Oh, Stan, do hair. It's like, no. Because peep game, I did a pop-up, right? Because I was like, maybe I made the decision too fast. Maybe I made the decision way too fast. Maybe I should come back and do hair for a minute. No, hell no. Because even though I had took maybe like 4 or 5 months from doing hair. Just done doing hair. Done doing hair. For 4 months. And then I come back to do hair because I miss it, because I love hair so much. And then my first 3 people stand me up. I don't know why. That's what happens. I'm not doing it. I'm not doing it. And then not only, peep this, and one day, with me coming back doing hair after everybody on YouTube was begging me, just like everybody is right now, after everybody was begging me to come back and do it again, the first 2 women stood me up, and then the third one came, but was like, after I got done with her hair, mind you, she was a regular client of mine. That's why I was like, I am done with this shit. Like, she knew that I had been done doing hair for a while for a reason. And after I got done doing her hair, she was like, oh, Sam, my baby daddy didn't send the money. So I'm not going, can I just pay you 20, give you the rest of the 20? Because I'm missing the 20. And it's not, girl, listen, I love y'all. But y'all not gonna make me feel bad about not doing hair right now, because I've been doing hair for 13 years. And the women that be trolling on here are the same women that be booking appointments. And a lot of people, girl, I'm just not doing it. So hopefully that answered your question. Give me a 4 if that answered your question at all. I don't want to make y'all mad. I'm just being real. I'm not doing it. I'm going to go to jail if I do hair in Vegas again. I'm going to go to jail. It's going to be some big old woman named Diablo trying to take my virginity, and no. Okay, more stories. I'm trying to think. Tell me what type of story y'all want to hear. What type of story do y'all want to hear? We got them. Y'all know I can't multitask. Babe, it's dark in here. Can you bring the other light from upstairs? Or is it just because I don't got my glasses on? A funny story. Oh, I got one. I hope she not watching this. I'm sorry if you are, lady. You was crazy as hell. You was crazy as hell, lady, if you watching this. And you know you shouldn't have brought your crazy self in there. And we'll talk about this later. This is from my HS breakout. But I'm going to have a whole video about that, so y'all can watch me grow it back again. Okay, so I had this one lady. And the first couple, she was an older lady. Like, I want to say about maybe like her mid-50s. Yeah, like mid-50s. Yeah. Oh, yes. Perfect. Thank you. She probably watching. If you is watching, lady, you crazy. You need to know. I hope you got it together. Cause I still be scared of, like, sometimes I see people that look like you and I get nervous. Cause that was some shit. Anyway, so she was a really nice lady, and then she had money. And I sound so shallow. It doesn't matter. She had money. Okay, this lady had some long money. So I'm not gonna lie, I would ignore her craziness sometimes. I was just like, come on, lady, sit your crazy ass right here. So I remember one of my clients, Stacy. I swear, Stacy, I love you, Stacy. If you watching this with my whole heart, I do. Stacy was literally there with every crazy story that I have. Anyway, so Stacy about to leave, and this one lady, I was about to say her name, comes in, and when she walks through the door, there was no one with her. Please remember that. There was no one with her. She was like, come on, come on. Come with me. She doesn't care. Stop. Come on now. Hurry up. And I was like, what in hell? And I turned like this and looked at Stacy. Mind you, I've been doing hair since I was, I've been doing Stacy's hair since I was 19. So she's been super territorial over me, right? You guys have seen Stacy before. And so Stacy was like, I'm gonna stay in here. I was like, yeah, please, thank you. So Stacy goes under the dryer, and the lady sits down, and she's like, do you mind it if we eat in here? Do you mind at all if we eat in here? And mind you, it was just her. I was like, no, y'all can eat in here. Cause one thing y'all gonna learn about me, I am very petty. Like, when it comes to stuff like that. So I was like, no, y'all can eat in here. It's cool. Y'all can chill. And so I'm so childish. So she sits down, and she's like, I told you you could not have the burger. The burger's mine. I told you that. So stop it. Leave me alone. I was like, oh my God. Like, Stacy, please do not leave me. She's like, I'm not. And so I was like, okay, you can come over here and so I could wash your hair. So the whole time I was washing her hair, she was looking up at me and she was like, he loves your eyes. He loves your eyes. And he's looking at them. Don't stare at him. Don't stare at him. Close your eyes. You won't get my hair wet. Close them. I was like, oh my fucking God. So I don't know, give me a 2 if you're like this, but I laugh whenever I'm uncomfortable. So I started laughing, and she was like, he doesn't think that's funny. He doesn't like it when you make fun of him. When you make fun of him, he gets angry. He gets angry. He gets angry. And I was like, well, I don't want him to get mad. And keep in mind, my father worked in mental health my whole life. And so I was used to being around people who had, different mental disorders and stuff like that. So it didn't scare me. And so anyway, she was like, no, because he's not gonna like that. He doesn't like it. You have to stop laughing at him right now. And I was like, oh, okay, I'm sorry. So I started getting her hair done. Let me tell you something. I have never done a silk press that fast in my entire career. I straightened that lady's hair so damn fast, it didn't make no sense. So then anyway, right before I was about to start straightening her hair, she was like, I asked her, I said, well, what side do you want your part on? And so she was like, oh, put it in the middle. And then when she said put it in the middle, I guess that's when he being the person living in her head, I guess that's when he said, I am sick of this broad because I specifically told her I don't want no middle parts. And she was like, I told you I don't want any middle parts. I said no middle parts in the middle of my head, and I meant it. I said, all right, homeboy, chill. You don't have to have no heart part, homeboy. Chill out. It's cool, homeboy. Chill. Chill, homeboy. Chill. And she was like, thank you. Thank you for making him comfortable. He gets so angry. Stop getting angry. Stop getting angry with her. Mind you, it's just me right behind her, and the mirror's right here in front of us. I was like, oh, okay. I'm like, relax. You can relax. I like her. You have to always come to her. She respects me. And she knows who I am. She knows that I am the God. She knows who I am. I was like, I said all that, sir. And so Stacy texts me. It was like, stop engaging with them. I was like, don't say I think you guys, sir. But y'all don't think I'm lying. He tipped me before he left. He being the, okay, cause she came in. I mean, she gave me the money and was like, here you go, baby. I just have to get him home. I was like, get him home. It's getting late. And so she left out. And then she came, like, I closed the door. And so I closed the door. And when I closed the door, me and Stacey just hit the, like, I'm literally like dying laughing. And so as I'm laughing, she come back. I'm like, oh shit. So we stopped laughing and, well, I stopped laughing. I get up off of the floor and she comes back. I am not making this up. She comes to the door and she's like, hello. Thank you for being there for me. I appreciate you. Nobody's ever did that for us. Thank you. And then he gave me $100 and he left. I said, I like his crazy ass. He can be up in here anytime you bring your crazy ass with her anytime you want to. You hear me? What's your name? What's your name? Jeff? I like Jeff crazy ass. You hear me? Thank you, Jeff. Thank you. I'm for real. That was his name. Thank you, Jeff. Shit. So. That's stressful. You get used to it. It's a part of the job. Y'all, that was one day out of 13 years. Like, oh, okay, I got another one. So I have a lot of prostitute stories because this is Vegas. One thing that really surprised me being in Vegas is how little the pimps are. I swear to God, and I love Tory Lanez, but all of the pimps in Vegas like Tory Lanez size. Swear to God. Swear to God. I'm like, how are y'all letting these little niggas pimp y'all? Like, I just don't understand. I'm sorry. I am so sorry, but that's how it used to be. Like, I will never forget. It was this one client that I had. Sorry, girl, if you watching, you better stop letting these little midget Max pimp you, girl. If you watching this, don't be mad at me. You better stop letting midget Mac pimp you. So I'm doing her hair or whatever. And, excuse me. Oh, no. I'm telling the story. It wasn't me doing her. Yeah. This the one. Okay. So I had just put in a weave in her head. And so she's like, oh, my dude will be here in a minute, but he's such an asshole. Da, da, da. And she wasn't black. She was, I don't know. She wasn't black, though. Or ethnic. Anyway. So, and I just need you to get this mental picture. I want to say she was Russian or something like that. Anyway, she had to be at least like 5'7". No, like at least like 5'9". Everybody looked big to me, but she was big. So she, mind you, the whole time she was in there, she was talking about her boyfriend and how nasty he was to her and how he don't treat her right and how he be taking the car and don't give her the money. And at this point, she's already told me that she's a prostitute. So, or I'm sorry, an escort. So she already knows that I know that he is her pimp. Do y'all know? She's like, oh my God, son, he's here. Please don't say anything. So I'm thinking some big old like barbarian type of dude about to pull up. No. This micro little mini pimp as they could just pull. I'm 5 feet even. If I can look at you in the eye without going like this, you are short. Not only was I able to look at little midget Mac in the face, I probably went up like this, like a little bit, like just a little bit, like just look up a little bit. And he had blue beads in his hair. You will not let no little midget with blue beads in his hair pimp you and take your money. You won't. You are bigger than him. We can jump him right now. You will not let micro mini Mac. You will not let micro mini pimp you today. No. Go get your money right now. I swear to God. Like, I don't know what happened. I don't know what would be happening. But that would be Vegas. I know too many things that I shouldn't know. about Las Vegas, Nevada. Micro Mini, and he came in there and was like, "Are you ready? Are you ready to go?" I'm like, "Dog, could you stop yelling in here?" And he looked at me like, "Who you talking to?" "You, little young sir. My son your size. Shut your little ass up. Go sit your little ass in the hallway somewhere. Before I knock your little ass out. Brittany only scared of you." And she's like, "Oh my God, he's so rude." I'm like, "Girl, he will get his ass kicked. The white people in the D will whoop his ass. His little ass with blue beads in his hair talk about, 'Give me your money. Give me your money. You cuter than me. Them damn beads in your hair. You cuter than me. You are cuter than me, sir. I don't even got my look." And not only did he have beads in his hair, his edges was slicked. Do you hear me? His edges, swoop, swoop. He had one of these. He was like, "Ooh, ooh, ooh." You will not be 4'11" with slicked edges trying to tell me what to do, taking my money. That's what you're not gonna do. Organized prostitution is legal, so like in brothels and stuff like that, but everybody be selling their butt, girl. And I have nothing to say. We're not gonna talk bad about, I don't talk bad about prostitutes. I've been living in Vegas for a long time, okay? Look, you do what you gonna do, the way that you doing it, the way that you gonna do it. And just don't tell me. I don't wanna know. Because if the police come asking questions, I'm gonna be like, "Yup, that's where she is," because I'm not going to jail for you. But that don't have nothing to do with me. Okay? I could not do it, but I do not condone people judging women like that. Because, like I said, I couldn't do it, but to judge them is hypocritical. Because I know women that it'll just be two of them and they go in, she work one night a week and just be like, and make like $10,000 in one night. So stop. A lot of people, it'll take them a year to make $10,000. All she gotta do is and make it. So I wouldn't do it, but I'm not judging. I'm laughing because it's late, and so I saw myself doing it, but now I'm watching myself out here like. I got mental problems. I'm sorry, y'all. No, I'm not saying you was judging, baby. I didn't even see your comment. I wasn't saying you was judging. I was just saying. Rick, but look, y'all, I get it, but I just, no short man is talking to me crazy. I will kick you when you sleep. You a man, so you still stronger than me, but it is easier for me to beat you up when you're not paying attention. If you short, it is easy for me to kick your ass when you're not paying attention. Just like Meg Thee Stallion and Tory Lanez. Like, it's easy for her to beat him up. He this big. And she an Amazon warrior. Y'all better stop letting these little dudes talk to y'all any type of way. What y'all think this is? Give me a 3 if you want another story. I don't got mental problems dealing with people and the corona. I'm not dealing with the coronavirus. I am in the house and I'm a homebody. So the only thing that's changed for me is like, dang, I can't go to the movies like once a month. Dang, I can't go out to eat once a month. That's all that's changed for me. I don't be messing with people like that. No way. Stuff ain't changed for me. I like my space without people on my face anyway. I love my house. I work all the time. And I work to be able to pay my bills so I can be in this house. So I'm going to be here. The hell? All that money I been spending. All the time I be spending doing all them silk presses, all them pressing curling, and all them damn stories I gotta listen to. My baby daddy's sister cousin-in-law, Tracy, on her baby daddy mama's side. We all was messing around or whatever, and like, I got pregnant, and I don't know which one of his brothers it is, because we was all messing with each other the same day. That's the type of stuff that I would have to listen to while I was doing hair. And then they would neglect to tell me that the girl that they've been talking about the whole time appointment is right after hers. So then I would have to sit there acting like I don't know nothing about her and I ain't never heard nothing ever before. So it's a lot of reasons why I don't do hair no more. I'm tired. You hear me? God damn it, you hear me? I said I'm tired. Now, I may do it somewhere else, but right now, no. Especially with the corona. Do y'all know that I would have girls that would keep weaves in their head for like 6-7 months and not wash their hair for 6-7 months? You think I'm about to risk my life with the Rona when y'all won't even wash y'all damn hair in 6 months? I don't think so. I got a lot of living to do before I die, and I ain't got time to waste. On my damn tombstone, send out. She was so great, so educational. And that last toothbrush she gave me was so good before she died from the Rona. Girl, bye. That will not be on my tombstone. Let me go doing something important. Like counting money and getting a paper cut. Because I was counting through the hundreds too fast and it cut an artery or something. But not no stuff like that. Almost done. As y'all can see, my hair is so many different textures. You are, yeah, you got issues. For sure, yours would say she had pretty hair. I ain't crazy. I just say what everybody's scared to say because I know that ain't nobody gonna do nothing. Ain't nobody gonna bust a grape in a fruit fight. When nobody burp a grape if their name was Welch's. So I say what I want to say. And I say what the rest of the hairstylists want to say because I get the emails from them all the time. And other hairstylists are like, oh my God, saying thank you so much for saying this because they can't say I will. Damn it. Don't you people, y'all go 8 years without combing your hair and then go to a hairstylist and be like, she made my hair fall out. No, your mama made your hair fall out. Or y'all be walking around, you 47 years old, you 45 years old, talk about, oh, the reason that my hair don't grow is because when I was 8, my auntie gave me a perm and left it in too long so my hair ain't grow back. That don't got nothing to do with why you don't got no damn hair. Nothing. Oh, you 40. When I was 20 and when I was at high school, my auntie gave me a perm and my hair ain't never grow back. That's why I ain't got no edges. That is not how it go. Our hair and our follicles are not like our ovaries, okay? With your ovaries, you only get one set. So if you 60 and you get pregnant, you having a 60-year-old baby, okay? You having a 60-year-old baby. But when you have hair, you have new strands of hair on your head. Your hair is on a growth cycle. So the hair that was on your head when you was 20 and the hair that's on your head at 47 is not the same hair. So y'all stop going to damn hairstylists talking about your cousin Momo is the reason that you don't got no edges and you 48 years old and Momo braided your hair when you was 19. I'm sick of it, damn it. I am sick of it. Y'all want to know why Sid stopped doing hair? Because it is. This is the reason why. This is the reason that Sundown stopped doing hair. Because I got tired hearing people come to the consultation and they clearly got bald spots all right here, all like the whole edges where a frontal would go. a frontal pattern. How your hair fall out? Well, I went to this one girl and she gave me a silk press, and I feel like the conditioner that she used on my hair had conditioner in it because it just broke my hair off completely. And ever since then, I ain't been able to grow my hair back. When was that? I mean, like in 2000, it's 2020. So you don't have no hair today because 19 years ago, somebody gave you a silk press and the flat irons was too hot. Okay. And y'all laughing because y'all know that that is exactly how women be. That's why y'all laughing, because y'all know I'm not making it up. And that's exactly how women be. Give me a 4 if you've ever heard somebody say that. And give me a like. It's at one point it was 300 people in here. I should have way more than 92 likes. I love y'all, but like I just feel like y'all can do me better than that. Give me a thumbs up if you in here. Yes, everybody knows somebody like that. Your hair follicle is not like your ovaries. Your hair shaft is not like your ovaries. You don't just get one hair shaft and then if somebody break it off, it never grows back. No, that's not how it go. If your ends are broken, it's because you don't take care of them. It's not because Tata Salabria gave you a relaxer that took too much when you was 19. It's not because your auntie Mimi gave you a relaxer when you was 4. Thank you. Thank you for the thumbs up, guys. But I'm not trying to be funny. I'm just, that's the reality of it. I'm not trying to make y'all laugh. I'm dead ass serious. Like, but that's the type of stuff that, like, imagine how you would feel for 13 years listening to that every day. Like, oh, how did y'all hear? How did your ends get like this? Everybody that got mechanical damage, how'd your ends get like this? Well, the only thing I can think of, I went to this one girl on Instagram or whatever because she got a whole bunch of followers, but then she gave me a silk press and like she was trying to trim my ends, but I told her I don't need no trim because I already got my hair trimmed like 9 months ago. So you scissor happy because I already told you that I got my hair trimmed 9 months ago and you don't need no trim. I don't need all that. And then whenever she got done with my hair, it was false advertisement because I went on her page, and when you go on her page, they hair be all flowy and bouncy and stuff. But when you got done with my hair, when she got done with my hair was all stiff and she didn't even want to give me a refund. And I'm like, okay, so let me get this straight. You try to cut my ends and then I tell you no. And so then you just gonna make my hair all stiff because I don't let you cut my hair. That's why I don't go to hair salons. And so I would say, well, I don't really think that she was trying to finesse you. Your ends are broken. And unless you cut your ends, unless you're willing to cut your ends, I'm not going to straighten your hair either. So there was another policy that I had. One of my policies was I'm not doing a silk press on your hair unless you agree to get a trim if you need one. Because I would have women book appointments with me that have not had a trim in a year. And then I would straighten their hair and then it would be stiff and it wouldn't move because the ends were completely broken. So the hair had no movement. And then when I would say, okay, well, we need to trim it. Oh, no, well, I don't want to cut my hair. And then I would get done. They would be like, why is it so crunchy? It don't look nothing like your videos. And I'm like, that's because you need a trim. And then they would refuse to cut it. And then once they refuse to cut it, they will go and write a review on Yelp saying that I falsely advertise on YouTube because I can't get people's hair that straight, with a picture of their hair being all stiff, like, oh, Sin is really horrible at doing silk presses because this is how my hair looked after she straightened it. But they won't attach to it that you didn't want to get a trim and your hair will only look healthy if you get a trim. That is the basis of why Sundown stopped doing hair, because I got tired of it. I do hair now because I love it. And in Las Vegas, Nevada, it's an issue. It's too much of a hassle because I love hair so much and I'm only doing it because I love it, not because of the money. I am not willing to take all of that comes with it. I'm not going to explain my professionalism. I am not going to explain to you. I'm not on an interview. Most black women that go to a black hairstylist feels like the second that they come in that the hairstylist is now on the interview. And that once they get there, okay, so why should I pay you? What's different about you? No, we're not doing that. Because when you go to see a doctor, you don't even see the doctor but for 5 minutes. Because the nurse is the one coming in there, checking your vitals, taking your blood, all that. The doctor coming in like, what you do with that? What's wrong? Hiccup? Burp real quick? Giggle 4 times and poop, but only move your left cheek. Okay, boom. Take this and then take that 4 days a week, and then you can't pronounce nothing. You just go and you take it and you don't ask any questions, but yet you feel like a cosmetologist or your hairstylist that went to school for her education now owes you to explain to you everything that she spent money learning. No. So your girl stopped doing it for that reason. Yes, it completely takes away from the craft and it made me not love hair anymore. I love hair so much and I could feel, okay, I'm going to be so honest. Y'all voted, y'all said I could be real. The reason that I stopped doing hair in Vegas is because I felt myself beginning to hate hair altogether. So if I didn't stop doing hair in Las Vegas, Nevada, you would never see another silk press video from me ever again in life if I didn't stop doing hair in Nevada. And that's my truth. I'm not saying anything. I'm pretty sure there are other stylists who, oh, I love Vegas. It's not like that. It's fine. Like, okay. I know I'm not the only hairstylist that deals with people standing them up because I worked in salons with private suites with other hairstylists in it, and they were stood up all the time by women in Las Vegas, Nevada. So I know it's not just me. It's not, oh, what was something wrong with sin? No. And I did not work in predominantly black salons. I worked in predominantly white salons. So it was not a racial thing. Yep. But like if you put yourself in my shoes, you would too. Like anybody that's in here, whatever your profession is, like if you an accountant, and that's like whatever your job is, that's like every time your boss or whoever comes to bring you an assignment, they like, okay, prove to me that you know what you're talking about. Even though I've already hired you, even though you're already here, even though you already have the job, prove to me that you deserve it. Prove to me why I should pay you, why you should get paid. Prove to me why you deserve your check that you're going to get in 2 weeks. And you had to do that every day of your career for 13, 14 years. Done. Like, done. Especially when I was at a solar salons, right? And so this is not a racial thing, but maybe it is. I would have, like I told this story before, like if where I'm standing, if this is my room right now, behind me, instead of that being my headboard, that would actually be another studio. And so I'll have the one of my colleagues right across the hall, and all her client got was her hair colored from like a light brown to jet black and a trim, and she's walking out with soaking wet hair, and she would be like, oh my god, like I completely forgot, how much is this again? And then she'll be like, oh babe, I'm sorry, remember, just like last time, $1,500. Oh my god, only $1,500. It's so crazy. Like, oh my god, Jeff, he's going to flip. Oh, Jeff, that's a black dude's name. Billy is going to flip his freaking leg because, like, seriously, last time I told, like, remember last time, the time before last, it was like $2,500. But because we wasn't doing the color extraction this time, well, like, now I have like an extra $500. So then she paid this woman $1,500 and then tipped her $150. So I'm listening to that because her door open and my door is open. And in the midst of me hearing that conversation, I'm like, okay, what did you say? And she's complaining because she's like, oh, well, it's this other girl. I saw her YouTube or whatever, and she got like 400,000 subscribers, and you only got like 80,000, and you charging $85 for a silk press, but she only charging 65, and she got more subscribers than you. So I just feel like that's too much. Like, mind you, at this point, I've already done her hair. And so then I had to check her and all that. I got tired of that. Tired. And I didn't have to deal with it. So I stopped. That is why Sam doesn't do hair in Vegas. So, thank you. That's what I'm telling y'all. Like, hair grows. I promise y'all it's not complicated. This braid just here for fun. It ain't supposed to be doing that. Yeah. This was before my prices went up. Yeah. Because it was hard for me to... Y'all, don't even get me started. Do not even get me started, y'all. Please, y'all, just... Ooh, baby. Vegas, I love... hey. No. Sin is not doing hair in Vegas. I am sorry. Nope. And then another thing that's crazy is like, if I'm doing 10, 11, 12, 13 people a day, and I have 2 kids at home, one of them being a little girl who has more hair than me, the last thing I want to do is my hair. So, and most hairstylists are like that. So we would have short haircuts, like pixie cuts, and then if you got a short pixie cut, for it to be easier for us, we would have a relaxer, or we would wear a weave, or sometimes we just wouldn't have time and we wouldn't do it all together. So then hairstylists get grief about that too. It's just like, listen. Some people, 13 years was long enough. That was a long time, and I had enough, so I stopped. And that's... What do you do? What do you do? Who knew? I love this so much. So you fall out of love with it. I know so many cosmetologists that were licensed cosmetologists and then just decided, like, you know what? I don't want to do this anymore. And they went from cosmetology to trichology or to dermatology or to herbalism, like myself. Because I just went ahead and transitioned to herbalism. I know it look a little cakey, but trust me, my hair is high porosity, so in a couple minutes, it's going to be sucked in. Because if you see how this side look compared to this side, it's going to suck it all in a second. But, yeah, I love you guys, but... Oh, this is Blackberry something. It's by Arbor Mist, and it's my favorite one right now. Is there anything to help hair with uneven hair shaft? What do you mean uneven hair shaft? I don't even know what that means. How can you have an uneven hair shaft? Yo, do you mean uneven ends? I look pretty? Thank you. This is fresh facing, and I don't even think I ran my fingers over my eyebrows, so they've been looking dusty like that this whole time, and ain't nobody say nothing. Oh, my face is oily. Do you see what I mean? Like, No, Auburn mist. I would. I just don't. I've been downstairs 17 times since we've been on here. I don't feel like going downstairs. I hope my husband can hear me and he can bring it upstairs if he over here. Other than that. I look 10. Listen, thank you. But let me say this. I'm not worried about aging because my mama is fine. My mama is fine. Do you hear me? She is cute, girl. She be getting up in the morning to go walking. I be like, girl, I'm gonna be so cute when I get older. Like, I'ma still be cute. I'ma still be super cute. My mama is fine and she's still thick. Oh, you brought it. You heard me. I love you.
Who can't hear you?
He trying to get special attention later. That's why they breaking it upstairs. Babe, the door's still open. And it's so funny because I got this by mistake. Because it's the only one they had. Normally I do the peach one. But this time I was feeling a little, I don't know why I went through all of that to make the part and then undid it. Lord. It's not going to look like this later, so I don't even know why I'm playing with myself. My mama is straight no chaser. You be like, mommy, don't say that. No. Stop it. Hey. No, don't say that. No. I know it looked caked for a second, but I promise it's gone. I let it sit for a second and then I towel blotted one last time because I have high porosity hair. So it looked like it's sitting on there, but it's playing. Tips for thin hair. What type of tips? There are a lot of tips. Tips for styling, tips for hair growth, tips for moisture, tips for length retention. What type of tips do you want tips for? What type of tips do you want for these tips? Girl, I need to know. What type of tips do you want? It's a lot. Talk about the roots, the hair shaft, the ends, like your follicle, like your cuticle. What do you want to know about? Styling. What do you want? What you need to know, sugar? You're gonna notice as my hair gets longer, it's like an area over here that has a curl pattern that's just like, I don't know. I don't know. I feel like my mama hair is something over here. And then, okay, so thickening, I'm very glad that you asked that question. So when you say, Sin or anybody, any hairstylist, can you give me some clues or some pointers on how to thicken my hair? For me to tell you how to thicken your hair, I need to know why it's thin. I need to know what your patterns are. So the analogy that I always like to use, if you're new to my channel, then you may not have heard this before. But you giving me a description like that is the same thing as you going in to see a mechanic and saying like, hey, Jeff, so whenever I drive my car, it go. So what should I do? What do I do to my car? Jeff gonna be like, girl, no, like bring it in so I can come put it on the little tractor thing and I put it on there and then I can run like a diagnostics test and I can tell you exactly what's wrong with it. But you just saying my car go, like he can't tell you. So when you say, oh, my hair is thin, can you tell me what to do to thicken it up? That's like you saying the same thing. There could be so many reasons why your hair is thin. So if, for example, if your hair is thin because of something that you're eating and I tell you to put something on your scalp, then what I tell you to put on your scalp can come into contact with the actual problem that you actually have. Okay. And so, okay, even though stress is the reason that your hair is falling out, I would still need to do a full-fledged consultation with you to know exactly what that stress is doing, because that is you have cause and you have effect. So stress, there are a lot of different types of stress. There are a lot of different types of nerves in your scalp. There are a lot of different types of nerves in your brain. There are a lot of different types of, there are a lot of different ways that your blood cells are interacting with the nerves that are in your body and in your scalp that are directly connected to different forms of stress. So you just saying, hey, Sam, my hair is thinning out from stress. What do I do? That's not enough information for me. Just like you calling your doctor on the phone and saying, oh, hi, my stomach is hurting, or I'm constantly having stomach pains. What do I do? There are 50 million reasons your stomach could be hurting. It is the same thing. Hair is not a one size fits all type of deal. It is not. I need way more information than that. I'm not being rude or disrespectful, but I had to explain that to you so you wouldn't think that I'm writing you off when I'm like, that's not enough information for me to answer your question. I need to know more information. That's why over on my website about 3 or 4 months ago, and it's been going so good. I actually love that I'm able to do this, but I do online virtual consultations. So just like we're here right now, it would be me and you. Excuse me. But I would be able to see you face to face, and we could have an online consultation where you show me your hair, you get up close to me like this, show me your ends, and then I can give you play by play. Do this, and this to your hair for this long, and then we check in, and I'm your hairstylist virtually like that, helping you grow your hair out. It's not, I don't do that for free, but it's not expensive. I charge $35 for virtual consultations, and we have a virtual consultation for the time that it will take, and boom, shablam. But I cannot give you a full-fledged regimen and tell you how to keep your hair from falling out or how to keep it from thinning just like that. That's why when you go to, if you go to a really good hairstylist, to me, you'll be able to tell if everything she has isn't one size fits all. I see a lot of hairstylists. Some of my favorite hairstylists have a set of conditioners for low porosity hair, a set for high porosity hair, and you guys don't know that because it's her job. Like when you go into a doctor's office, it's a lot of stuff you don't know what the hell it is because it's their job to have the tools that they need to provide the service that you're paying them for. And it's the same thing for me as a hairstylist. So hope that makes sense. Hope I wasn't too but I don't know how else to say it. So Will said, I understand now when someone asks questions why it's important for a consultation. Yes, for example, one of the, I think people really underestimate consultations. And if you are a hairstylist, I know it's a couple of you in here because my boo in here. Hey boo. So I just want you guys to really think about this. When it comes to consultations, especially if you going in for any type of chemical service, when I tell y'all, clients lie so much. When you go in for a consultation and your hairstylist asks you when the last time you colored your hair, you need to tell her the truth because she's asking you for a reason. Because when I go back into my lab to formulate my color, when I measure the amount of Olaplex that I am going to use based on your porosity, based on your density, I am also mixing my color formulation based on the last time you told me you colored your hair. Because if, for example, this happened all the time to a point that I had to have a new policy and procedure that would get people's appointments canceled if they were not honest. We had to do strand tests because women always lie during their color consultations. For example, you go in for a consultation, you see a color that you like online, you like, I want my hair this color. Most of the time it would be a woman who got hair my color, right? Or jet black. And you would say, when's the last time you colored your hair? Or do you have any color on your hair? Almost every single time, women say, no, I don't have no color on my hair. And as a licensed cosmetologist that studies the human body, that studies hair, I know that genetically black women's hair does not really grow a certain color. And if it does, I know how to tell if whether or not it's your natural hair color. If your hair jet black and your eyebrows and your eyelashes are light brown, I know that you colored your hair before. But I used to have women, no, I never colored my hair before. Are you sure? No, I really never colored. The reason that your hairstylist is asking you that, if you come in, let's say your hair naturally is my hair color, right? And you want to do your hair like a caramel blonde. Yeah, no, like a honey blonde. So not really that light, like a caramel color, right? So like Queen Latifah blonde. And so your hairstylist asks you, have you ever had any previous color on your hair? When I'm asking my client that question is because they have this honey blonde, and I know that if they do not have any previous hair color on their hair, I don't have to use lightener. I can use high lift color and 40 volume on their hair. Okay, because you told me that you don't have any artificial color on your hair. So I know that I could use a high lift color to lift your color without using lightener, because most people don't know this unless they went to cosmetology school, but color does not lift color. Meaning, if I put black hair color on my hair, the only way that I can get this black hair color out of my hair is if I take lightener. What y'all call bleach is actually called lightener. Bleach is what you use on your shirt to bleach your clothes or other stuff. So you use lightener to lift color. Color does not lift color. That is the very first thing that they teach you during the color module in cosmetology school. So when you go to a consultation and your hairstylist asks you, do you have any color on your hair? When's the last time you colored your hair? And then you tell her no, she's going to go in there and trust your word because you grown and she don't see why you would lie. And she goes in there and she mixes a high lift color, because I don't have to use bleach to lift her hair. Because to get your hair honey blonde, I can use high lift color, and a high lift color will get me to a level 7, which is where you want to go. I would need to use a lightener if you want to go to a level 10, but you only want to go to a level 7. So I can use a high lift color for that. But this is what happens. When I ask women, have you had any color on your hair? No, I haven't had no color on my hair. So I trust you. So I go and I mix color. I mix a high lift color. And so then I go and I put this high lift color on your hair. And when I put the high lift color on your hair turns green. Because color is not going to lift the color. All it's going to do is lift one of the pigments, which is the darkest pigment that appeared to you as black. But because I'm a professional cosmetologist, I understand the color wheel. And I understand that even though when it comes out of the tube, it looks black to you, they added black, blue, green, and a couple of other colors. So when I put this high lift color on your hair, it doesn't lift color. And I know that, but I asked you if whether or not you had color on your hair, and you lied to me and you told me no. So then now I lift your hair and it's green. And I have another client coming right after you. And all I have time for today was what you booked me for, which was single process hair color. Because during our consultation, you told me that you didn't lift your hair. And I know that if I use a high lift pigment, I only have to have it on your hair for 45 minutes. So I can book my next client. If your appointment is at 12 o'clock and you tell me that you never put any color on your hair and that your hair is virgin, I could put this high lift color. And I know for me to lift your hair and to give you a silk press is only going to take me 2 hours. So I could book my next client. If your appointment is at 10, I could book my next appointment for 12:30. But you lied. So instead of me being done with your hair at 12:15, I'm not going to be done with your hair now until 2 o'clock. So now the other 6 clients that I have back to back, I have to reschedule them all. And now all 6 of them have filed disputes, and I now have to refund all 6 of them back their deposits, and I'm losing out on all of this money because you lied. during your consultation. That is the reality of what hairstylists go through. That is why I stopped standing behind the chair. Period. And women can try to pretend and act like it doesn't happen, but it is the reality of being in the hair industry until now she will have walked out with green hair. But look, y'all, like you saying that, but when we do that, because there are hairstylists that do that, but that's not the story that you hear. Because hairstylists say, well, I don't have time for that. I'm not doing that today. A hairstylist will say exactly what you just said, right? But then this is the hairstylist that they make YouTube videos about. They make full YouTube videos about, and they tell a completely different story. Women aren't going to say, and I've had it done to me multiple times. At the beginning of my career, like maybe year 2, year 3, it used to bother me so much. And I had to get tough skin. My tough skin didn't come from YouTube. My tough skin came from situations like this. That's the reality of the hair industry. And the higher you go up, the more you have to deal with, at least in Vegas. I know other places, they don't necessarily deal with that. But it got to a point where I stopped taking new clients because I would have to get them all into this pattern, because people were so used to, if they book an appointment with me at 1 o'clock, they not showing up for their appointment until 1:20, because most of the hairstylists they go to not ready. So please, we'll be here all day. That's why I don't fall for the riffraff, because I was in it for years. Super facts, you got a rose since you did that to yourself. Yeah, it works to, yes, vitamins and all of that stuff does work to promote hair growth, but you growing your hair is not as simple as like this. Not you, babe, not you. But most people think that growing their hair is as simple as this. Oh, I saw this product online. It say if you put it on your scalp, it'll make your hair grow. This is what y'all don't understand. When you see different products online that are promoted to make your hair grow, the product is only going to work if your follicle is clean and clear and full, free of debris. If your follicles are clogged, the product will not work. It won't. And then everybody is so pressed about growing hair. God made your hair to grow. But y'all grow hair, but y'all don't retain length, because y'all have hair down here that's completely see-through. So I don't know if the subscribe button is on. Wait, hold on. If you, well, I'm already subscribed to my own channel from my other channel, but if you on a computer, it's gonna be right under where the like stuff is and all of that. And you could just click the subscribe button right next to the join button, girl. My hair thin from getting iron infusion due to should I cut my thinner hair so it grows? Oh, it's just cut it off. Love, y'all. If your ends are split and broke, once your ends split, there is no repairing them. You have to cut your ends. Think y'all know what I'm about to say. The analogy with the tights. If you have a hole in your stockings at your ankle at the beginning of the day, by the time you get to the end of the day, it's going to split all the way up the hair shaft. That is why hairstylists say trim your ends at least every 8 to 10 weeks, because if you trim your ends like right now, maybe not last night and the night before last, but 2 days before that, I'm not gonna lie, I was being lazy. I don't feel like doing nothing to my hair like that. So most likely I am going to have to trim a little bit more than I wanted to on my ends. But excuse me, I don't care how many ends I have to trim, and I may not have to, but it doesn't matter how much I have to cut. I am going to trim it because A, I know it's gonna grow right back, and B, if I try to save on, if let's say you need to trim off an inch, but you like, oh no, I don't want to cut an inch of my hair. Oh no. If you don't trim that inch today, you gonna trim 3 more in a couple months. That's just how it goes. When your scalp is itching, it's for one or two reasons. It's two reasons that it could be happening. Your scalp could be itching because your hair is growing very fast. Like right now, my scalp is a little sometimes actually most of the time my scalp is kind of sort of itchy. That's why I wash my hair so much. But understand, itching is a natural response. It's a signal that your body is sending to that your Itching is a signal that your brain has sent to the rest of your body to let your body know that something is happening. That's what itching is. If you hit your toe, it's not your toe that's hurting. It's your brain telling your toe, "Ow, girl, you just hit your toe, girl. That shit hurt, girl. Ow, watch out, girl." That is what's happening if you hit your toe. If your scalp is itching, what your scalp is telling you is one or two things. Either, "Hey, girl, we got some hair growing out, girl. Make some space for us, girl. Make sure the scalp is clean, girl." Or it's saying, "Hey, girl, your scalp is dusty, girl, and we can't breathe, girl. Remove some stuff, girl." Either way, when my scalp is itching, I cleanse it. If your scalp is itchy, you need to cleanse it. You don't have to cleanse your scalp with water. You can cleanse your scalp with almond oil and tea tree. There are essential oils are so good when you mix them with other oils to dilute them because they are too powerful to put on the scalp alone. When you put oils and stuff like that on the scalp, you kill the bacteria that's on the scalp. That's what you do. So when your scalp is itching, that is your brain letting your body know, "Hey girl, you need to cleanse your scalp. There's something happening." Yes, your hair may be growing when it's itching, but you are not a plant. When I had Red on here, I'm going to leave the video linked in the description box. She said straight up, she told her clients, when her clients came to her, because she's a cosmetologist and a trichologist as well. And her clients would be like, "Oh, girl, I heard dirt make your hair grow." No, it doesn't. She said, "Are you a plant?" The only thing that makes dirt makes plants grow. Are you a plant? No. Dirt does not make your hair grow. The women that y'all copying, Asian women, everybody's so crazy about Asian women and rice water. Asian women do not go 3-4 months without washing their hair. Asian women do not go 2-3 weeks without washing their hair. They don't. They cannot. They have the straightest hair. If they was to go a week without washing their hair would be a oily mess. So they don't go that long without washing their hair. Yeah, they using rice water, but they're also washing their hair and cleansing their scalp. And they're not using wick rice. There are over 40,000 grains of rice. And I can guarantee you that the Asian women that were originally using rice water were not using wick rice. And Asians, their culture, they are, to me, top tier when it comes to fermentation. Asian women, when they was using their rice water, they was getting water out the well. First of all, so it was purified water. It wasn't wick rice, okay? There are 40,000 grains of rice. Y'all doing rice water with wick rice. Whether you buying it off wick or not, y'all all doing the rice water with the rice that got the sign under it to say wick approved. And I'm not tripping. Sometimes I buy the wick rice, but I soak it first to get the arsenic off. And then the rice is in the other bowl. That's not rice water. The rice is in the goddamn bowl. The stuff that y'all putting in y'all hair is the fermented stuff that y'all then soaked off the rice that we don't want to eat. My mama been soaking the rice to clean it before we eat it since I was a baby. And now all of a sudden somebody done told y'all to put the wick rice water in y'all hair and not everybody using the damn wick rice water. Food stamp rice, yes. Yes, the wick rice. And I'm having it in your head. Everybody using the wick rice. Every time y'all look at it, they using the wick rice. And ain't nobody telling you that the wick rice should only be used on high porosity hair if they want to do it. But y'all using wick rice. And them Asian women were not using wick rice. They were getting their waters out of wells. And Asian women, just Asian people, period, they have buildings that they build buildings or build whatever places for fermentation. So when they ferment their rice, it's in a certain type of environment. The room is a certain temperature. It's purified spring water from a well that was purified. This is years and years ago. And some girl with the wick rice come out and tell all y'all to start putting rice water in your head. And then for the last 9 years of my career, I have spent my career literally at least once a day, I would have a girl crying in my chair because she been using rice water and she think her hair super. She be like, oh my God, Sia, I am so excited. Look, girl, so, okay, let me tell you, Sia, I am so excited to finally get to meet you and shit because, boom, like, I've been following you on Instagram or whatever, and I be seeing that you say you only supposed to straighten your hair when it's what you call that shit, you only supposed to straighten your hair when it's straight or whatever. But I've been online and I found out that, you know, when you put heat on your hair, it just really breaks your hair off. So I haven't been even putting heat on my hair like that or whatever, seeing. But look, like, I ain't trying to say you don't know what you're talking about, but I really feel like you need to do, I swear to God, I'm not making this up, this shit really used to happen. So I just feel like you need to do some more your research or whatever, because look, and then they would stretch their hair out and their hair would be like all the way down there. It'd be all the way down here, like past boob length. So CNC, it's all the way down here. Like, I ain't trying to be stank or whatever, but I really just feel like you should really take that rice water video down because my hair is thriving. No, like, thriving. No. And I'm not gonna lie, I used to be petty as hell. I purposely had the girl who made my capes, I had her send me a white one and I had her send me a black one because I wanted them to see. Yes, all of this long ass hair that I got from this rice water and on the black shirt. Oh, baby, it looked thick. And then I switched it to that white cape. Oh my God, like, I cannot even believe this shit. It's so crazy because it's exactly what you said in your video. Like, oh my fucking God. Like, I've been growing my hair out for the last year. Like, I've been using rice water on my hair every day. Oh my God. And this shit is so long. And then at that point, I knew once, oh my fucking God. Like, then I would go over to the door, close it, because I know she about to start crying because this was my life. This is what I dealt with for years. Like, 8 of them. No, by year 8. Year 8, 9. And I did hair for 13 years. Well, whatever year rice water came out, that year, however long it's been, that year, it's all a blur. It's all a blur. Oh my God, I don't even know what I'm gonna do. Like, it's all see-through. Oh my God, I don't want you to record this. Can you please not record this because my job, can you not post this on Instagram or whatever, please? Like, please. And oh my God, oh my fucking God, oh my God, oh my God. And that's how they would be looking in the mirror with a mirror, oh my fucking, oh my God. You gotta cut it off. This is the lip that it was when I first started. I knew that bitch didn't know what she was talking about. That's why I don't go there. Oh my fucking God. Oh my God, okay. Okay. And then they went from here all the way down here to hair like this. People would say, oh, Sin, why do you always do a bob? First thing, y'all realize people don't sit down and I'll be like, you know what? I'm going to give your ass a bob because you going to like that. Put your goddamn head down and shut up. I didn't ask you how you wanted your goddamn hair. That's not how it goes. When people booked appointments with me, I wanted everything to be like in and out. Not that I would rush my clients out, but I never wanted to be one of those stylists that double booked. So they would send pictures of what they wanted. Everybody wanted a bob. What do you do? What do you want me to do? What do you want me to do? Why y'all always do a bob? Because everybody always booking a bob. Like, so I love y'all, but yes, they do. Every last one of them sound like Shanae having a meltdown. Oh my God, like, you really can't do my hair. I'm like, no, you're 35 minutes late and I have another client. Oh my fucking God. My baby daddy's sister, Rachel, is in town and she don't even like me. And that bitch always coming over my house and she always talking shit about me and now she about to be here. And they already have a headache getting their hair done. And then she bringing her best friend. And her best friend and my fiance, they used to kick it. And she got real long hair. I already took my weave out. What am I supposed to do? Well, I have to go pick my kids up. But see, you don't understand. I need my hair done. Oh my God. Like, that bitch is trying to come for me and come for my dude. Really? I'm like, I'm sorry, but what you're going through with your boyfriend and his baby mama, sister-in-law, cousins, sister Tracy's best friends, cousins, that doesn't trump me picking my kid up from school. Yo, don't you got a husband? Your husband can't watch your kids. Your husband can't watch your kids. Oh my God. This is why I don't go to black hairstylists. Because black hairstylists, they get a bunch of followers and they just act like they're better than everybody. I cannot believe this. I cannot believe this shit. Oh my fucking God. And then they sit over there on the side like they'll go out in the hallway, especially if my next client comes because they don't want to be embarrassed. And they'll be like, oh my God, like, this bitch really just not gonna do my hair. And I would be like, my name is Sin, and no, I was not even talking about you, Sin. I would never disrespect you. My fucking God. I'ma just go outside. Okay, bye. Y'all, peep this. It was either, I think it was about 2 years ago. The situation that I am speaking of, I recorded it. Actually, no. There was another situation. And I told y'all this story before, so I'm going to say it fast. She ended up booking an appointment. And the client that I had before her was late. Because her baby daddy had the car. I'm not complaining, I swear to God. Like, because her baby daddy had the car. She was late. And she was kind of like, oh my fucking God. Like, I don't know what I'm going to do. We already over here. Oh my fucking God. I don't even know. Oh my God. And so she ended up not being late, but then she ended up coming and she hadn't combed her hair in 6 months. So before I could do anything, I had to detangle her hair, which took me, about 45 minutes. So anywho, I called the girl that was after her and I said, hey, and let's say her appointment was at like 3. I don't remember the exact time, but let's say her appointment was at 3. I asked her if she could come at 3:15 because I was going to rush through. I was going to be behind, but I asked her if she can come at 3:15. It went for, no, I'm lying. I asked her if she could come 20 minutes later. So I asked her if she can come at 3:20 instead of 3 o'clock. She said, okay, cool. So then like 4 o'clock gets there and she not there. So I'm like, okay, I already moved her appointment back 20 minutes, even though we already made up for the 20 minutes with the time that she late, but whatever. I call her and I say, hey, are you close? She said, I'll be there in about 20 minutes. So I asked you to come. Your appointment was at 3. I asked you to come at 3:20. You didn't, I call you at 4. You said, but no, it was about 4:15. It was about 4:15. So we way past the time she's supposed to be there. She's like, oh, I'll be there in 20 minutes. I cannot wait for you for 20 minutes. Because mind you, by this time, it was earlier than that. I asked her if her appointment was at 12. And I asked her if she can come at 12:20 because I had to pick my kids up from school. And my kids get out at 3. So I know for a fact it was earlier than that. So she's like, oh, I'm not going to be there in time, blah, blah, blah. Make a long story short, I told her I cannot not pick up my kids because I had to get my children from school. And if I would have been doing a weave, my children would have been sitting at school. And she starts crying, oh my God, your husband can't watch them. I got somewhere to be. Oh my God. Can't you call your mama? Crying and stuff. Yeah. So I made the post online to show y'all about it, to show it to y'all in real time because nothing happened. I was literally sitting there. I was recording. She knew I was filming. I was already live on Instagram and she started crying. And that's the type of stuff that hairstylists go through, but y'all don't see that. That is such a good question. If any hairstylists are on here, what is the longest that one of your clients went without combing their hair? You remember that video? Mm-hmm. Listen to me. That's not, look, you women be online on YouTube and stuff trying to like, oh my God, I am not my hair. I am not this skin. They sure in the hell are not. They don't be touching their hair. I would have women leave weaves in their head for 6 months. Or better yet, wigs was even worse because once wigs hit, women would literally keep their hair in a ponytail for 6 months. I swear to God. And women will literally get, and don't let them be single with no dude at home. Oh baby, they get home from work and be like this, and go right to sleep. And then in the morning, they get up, brush their teeth, get in the shower, all that, and then put the cap on and put the wig right back on for 6 months. And then the first time they touch a comb and a brush is when they take that wig off, just like they do when they come home. And then they be like, all right. And I had a policy and procedure where I would not do their hair and I will cancel their appointment if they had not combed their hair in the last 4 weeks. Yes, I had to have a policy that said that if they had not combed their hair, if my client had not combed their hair in 6 months, if my client had not combed their hair with not 6 months, I'm sorry, if my client had not combed their hair in a month, like with their hair in a ponytail. Actually, no, I'm sorry. I didn't have a time frame. I said, before you come and sit in my chair, your hair needs to be detangled. You need to have your hair combed out because women will come and they will book an appointment for a silk press. And the silk press take me an hour, 30 minutes tops if their hair is real long. Okay? And women will come with their hair matted and knotted. You booked me for an hour and a half. It's going to take me 30 minutes just to comb the mats and the tangles out of your hair. So I had a policy where they had to have their hair combed out before they even came to sit down. So, like, y'all not about to play with me. Like, I would have women whose hair I had to wash 8, 9 times because in their scalp, it would just be white gook and crud like on the scalp and like all on this part because they haven't washed their hair in 6, 7 months. Dirt make your hair grow because apparently black women are plants. What? Yeah, that was the norm. Y'all are all shocked, but that was normal. That's normal, guys. That's normal. This isn't new. This isn't 1 in every 100 clients. This was at least once a day for 13 years. So I got tired. I'm not saying I'll never do it again, but I like my freedom right now. And if I do hair, it's going to be for no other reason but the fact that I love it. And because I'm only doing it because I love it, I am not going to put up with stuff like that. If you only doing something because you love it, because it's a hobby, you're not going to go do a hobby that stresses you out. I'm not doing this shit anymore. That's why I stopped. Because it's not worth it to me. So, Not saying I'm never doing it again, but you know. But let's take questions for like 5 minutes, then we gonna go. There's a lot of y'all in here. I love you guys. Look at you. You're loving me and stuff. And we're loving each other and talking and communicating. And yeah. All jokes aside, thank you guys so much for letting me be myself, because having to get on here, that's not a word. Getting on here. Hi guys. Sundow here, coming at you with another video. And in this video, I want to talk about why black women's hair isn't growing. I don't want to do that. It's irritating. No, we're friends. And I am your friend telling you to stop putting all that damn stuff on your goddamn hair. I love shea butter too. Y'all just watch me put shea. And you watch me almost kill myself. Like, you just watch me put shea butter on my hair, but you also watch me avoid the scalp, because shea butter blocks the follicle and it does not belong on the scalp. Shea butter is for retention. It goes on your ends to make sure that you are able to keep the hair that you grow. Because see, listen, a lot of black women, we don't have a problem growing the hair, but we have a problem keeping it, because we will grow the hair out, but then keep putting acid on our ends and keep using protein treatments on our hair. I don't care what anybody says. Apple cider vinegar should only be used, should not be used more than twice a year. And it should only be used if you was one of the people that was dusty and you had a weave in for too long, or you had braids in for too long and you wasn't cleansing your scalp properly and you just need an extra detox. The clay that everybody putting on their scalp, that is volcanic ash. Volcanic ash was used by ancient civilizations for detoxify. I can't talk. To detox. It is for detox. That's what it's for. The clay is for detox. So if it is growing your hair, it is not growing your hair. It is taking out all of the things that you have clogged your follicles of, and making it so now your scalp is at its natural state, and now your pH level is balanced, so your hair can do what God designed it to do anyway. Stop putting all of this stuff on your hair. Apex clay, thank you. Stop putting that clay is meant for detox. And I've already proved it to you. This is my one of my favorite body washes, and one of my favorite body washes and one of my favorite lotions. That clay is what? It is volcanic ash. What does that say? This is with volcanic ash, and it is to detox. Detoxifying. It's to detox. That does not go on the hair shaft. It doesn't. And this is why black women do not grow long hair. It is why, because you're able to grow the hair, but you cannot keep the ends, because as y'all grow y'all hair out, y'all make y'all hair fall out with the stuff that y'all putting in. If that's what you was thinking, that is what I'm drinking. Arbor Mist Blackberry is my new favorite. It's literally the only thing I get now. Thank you so much for asking that question. Yes, essential oils are good on the scalp. Only certain essential oils, because understand, oils are broken down into two categories. You have retention oils that only go on the ends, and then you have the oils that are for hair growth that go on the scalp, that are meant to stimulate the hair follicles. So before you use a product, go on Google. If y'all see a YouTuber and she said, oh, get this, get that, you go test your porosity first. And after you test that porosity, then you go on Google and you type in, is this oil good for high porosity hair? Is this oil good for low porosity hair? Is this oil good on the scalp? Does this oil block the follicle? Okay, because so many people are into castor oil and stuff like that, but y'all don't know there are different types of castor oils. Some types of castor oils are safe to go on the scalp, but the majority of them, like the ones that we like to use, Jamaican black castor oil, they are really thick and they sit inside of the hair follicle, and under a microscope, it looks like a puddle. Okay? Yes, almond oil is good for all porosities. Rosemary is awesome. I have a rosemary tree bush right in front of my house. Can I use only the Olaplex system from now on? It depends on what your hair is about. You guys, please pay attention to what I'm saying. Olaplex is a bond builder and a bond reconstructor. If you do not need the bonds in your hair reconstructed, don't use it. Too much of something that you don't need is too much. I don't use Olaplex every single day. You don't use a bond constructor every single day. Now, if your hair has been chemically treated and your hair has been bleached, yeah, you use it every time you wash your hair. But you don't use, it's a bond constructor, just like a protein treatment. You don't use a protein treatment every week. Depending on your porosity level, you should only be doing protein treatments every 3 months. Olaplex is a bond reconstructor. So no, you don't use a bond reconstructor every day. This is something that you use when you need to strengthen the hair. If you've broken the hair, or if you're about to do a color service and you want to make sure that the bonds are strong when you color the hair. Or if you are about to flat iron the hair, in that case, you're messing around with the hydrogen bond and the disulfide bond in the hair. So yeah, you need a bond strengthener. This Olaplex is a bond strengthener. So if you know that, let's say you're about to get a silk press and you want to make sure that you give yourself a little extra insurance, then you can give yourself an Olaplex treatment before you go see your hairstylist, if you don't necessarily want to pay her to do it, just to make sure that the bonds in your hair are strong enough to have the bonds broken. What exactly do relaxers do to the hair? Okay. Thank you so much for answering that question. I'm going to answer this, and then this is going to be our last one because we've been on here for a long time. So, nobody get offended when I say this, but this is probably the thing that bothers me the most about the natural community. The natural community shames black women who decide to get relaxers as if a black woman who decides to get a relaxer is A, not proud of herself for being a black woman, and B, damaging her hair. Once again, please write this down. I am going to keep this video up, at least screenshot with the time frame, the time that we're at right now, so you can come back here. Let me be very clear, and I will have a video coming on this very soon. There are 3 forms of damage. Heat damage that everybody knows about, that everybody is scared of. Chemical damage. And mechanical damage. Okay? Just because you straighten your hair with a relaxer does not mean that your hair is damaged. All it means is you have reconstructed the bonds that are in your hair. Thank you so much. I love you. You're amazing too. Thank you for the donation. Oh my God, thank you. The only thing that is happening when you get a relaxer is you're reconstructing the bonds that hold your hair together. So we're about to get really scientific, so I need you to stay with me. What makes your hair curly, okay, is the amount of sulfur bonds that you have attached to the bonds that are holding your hair together. The more protein you have attached to the bonds that hold your hair together, the curlier your hair gets. When you get a relaxer, when I went to cosmetology school, the training for me to do a relaxer was teaching me how to safely break down the bonds that are in your hair and then restructure them for what you want. So if you want a relaxer, you want to break down the bonds in your hair and you want to restructure them to be relaxed. First thing, people love to play hairstylists, so people do not understand that you are not even supposed to relax your hair 100%. A relaxer is exactly what it sounds like. I'm just rearranging the bonds that hold your hair together to relax your curl pattern, okay? That's a relaxer. That's the only thing that people talk about. And with race, oh, black women are not proud to be black women because they get relaxers. But a lot of people also call relaxers perms, but there is a difference between a relaxer and a perm. Black women or women with curly hair relax to go straight. And women with naturally curly hair get a perm people with naturally straight hair get a perm to go curly. In both forms, you are restructuring the bonds that hold the hair together. Okay? When you get a perm, no problem. When you get a perm, what they do, if you ever go into a white hair salon, if you walk into a white hair salon, I guarantee you there's always going to be at least one person getting a perm. Every fucking time. I swear to God. There's never been one time in my life that I have been at work and have not smelled rotten eggs, because that's what it smells like. Let's be very clear. Very clear. You know those perm rods that all of the Team Natural community is using now? Those perm rods are for exactly what it sounds like. Perm rods are to give a perm and a jerry curl. A perm and a jerry curl are the same thing. We're going to get into that too. Hold on, wait a minute. So a perm, what they do, and I used to do perms all the time on Wednesdays at school. I hated Wednesdays. It's when all of the senior citizen white ladies would come in, they would get perms because they wanted to have afros. I hated Wednesdays on my mama. Anyway, so a woman with naturally straight hair comes in, and you know how they're all different color perm rods. They don't have different colors because they like all of the colors of the rainbows. No. What we did, we would get out all of those different perm rod sets, and they would pick which size they wanted because each color was a different size. So by this time, they knew what they wanted. They're like, oh, I want the blue, baby girl. Give me the blue ones. Miss Ann, that was her name. So Miss Ann used to come in. She used to get the blue perm rods. So we would put the perm rods all over their hair like they get in a regular roller set, and then once they was in, we would put the solution on. Then they would sit under the dryer. We would rinse that out, put another solution on. They would sit, and then we would let it process. And when we took the rollers out, their hair was in a new curl pattern. So it went from straight to curly. Okay, they went from straight to curly. You don't hear white women out there like, you don't love yourself. You're not proud of being a white woman. You don't hear Asian people like, you don't love yourself. You're not proud to be an Asian because you got a perm. No, they be like, oh, I love your hair and I love the body. Oh my God, it's so bountiful, so beautiful. Yeah. Oh, that is them reconstructing the bonds that hold their hair together. They did not have enough protein attached to their hair to make their hair curl up. So they got a perm so that they could give their hair a new pattern. And they could use Olaplex for this because it is a bond reconstructor and a bond multiplier. So as I break down the bonds in your hair, just in case I break down too many, Olaplex was formulated to make sure that it made different bonds in the hair. So that way, even if I broke them down, the ones that I break down are doubled and replaced with Olaplex. That's what it's about. So that's a perm, right? Let's keep going. So that's a perm. A perm is when a person with naturally straight hair goes from straight to curly. Now, let's talk about relaxers. With relaxers, a woman with naturally curly hair, whether she is a black woman, who stems from Africa, or if you Mexican and you have a little curl pattern, whatever it is, when you are a black woman that is going from curly to straight. Now, when I put a relaxer on your hair, I am putting this relaxer on. First of all, everybody's like, oh my God, relaxers cause cancer and all of the studies. First of all of the studies that they did for relaxers were done on women who were at home doing relaxers on their own with no education backed up behind it. They were not basing the scalp properly, so the relaxer touched on the scalp and it was able to get past the first 2 layers of skin. That's what happened. But the studies were not done on women who got relaxers by professional hairstylists. Let's be very clear. Petroleum is put on the scalp because petroleum fills the follicles. Petroleum fills the hair follicles, so that way the relaxer can never even penetrate. So if the relaxer is done properly, baby, and then we have low, medium, and coarse relaxers. So if the right relaxer is picked for the right porosity level of hair, there is no damage being caused. Let's be very clear. But most of the people that are doing relaxers at home don't know their porosity. So they like, ooh, don't get me mild. Make sure you get super, girl. And you shouldn't be getting super. You should be getting mild because you have high porosity hair and a cuticle that is already open. So when you put that relaxer on your hair, all of your hair falls out because you shouldn't be using a coarse relaxer. You should be using mild. Let's call a spade. Okay? So you get a relaxer to go straight. You put the I base your scalp first to fill the follicles, to protect your follicles, from getting any type of damage from these chemicals. And the same thing goes for when you're getting hair color. And then I put the relaxer on your hair, and the way that the relaxer is formulated to break down the bonds that hold the hair together. And guess what? I can apply Olaplex to the relaxer because it is a bond multiplier. So as I am breaking down the bonds in your hair temporarily so I can give your hair a new curl pattern because you want a relaxer real quick, I break down the bonds in your hair, and then Olaplex multiplies the bonds that I'm breaking down. So that way, when I get done with your hair, I then put Olaplex 2 on that perfects the new bonds that Olaplex has added to your hair, okay? And now your hair is even healthier after your relaxer than it was before you got it. Because before you got your relaxer, you probably had, let's say you maybe had like 500,000 bonds in your hair. But then after I got done with this Olaplex, you had 100,000 bonds in your hair because this is a bond multiplier. So it's going to add bonds and it's going to reconstruct anything that I could have possibly messed up taking the bonds apart. And then once I take the bonds apart with the relaxer, then I go follow up with pH balancing shampoo to get your hair back to its natural pH balance level to finish multiplying the bonds and perfecting the bonds that are in your hair. And then boom, you have a new curl pattern. Relaxer done. Last one, a perm. Remember a jerry curl? Okay? A jerry curl is a perm and a relaxer put together. When you get if you get a perm, if I was getting a jerry curl right now, what they would do, they would put a relaxer on first, and they would relax my hair to get my hair bone straight. And then once they got my hair bone straight with the relaxer, but mind you, it's a mild relaxer because it's for the jerry curl. Once they got my hair bone straight, then they would go and follow up with what you do with a white woman, when a white woman is going from curly hair to straight hair. I mean, from straight hair to curly hair, because now that you straighten my hair, now when it comes to a jerry curl, it's like, all right, player, what kind of curl you want, player? My daddy had a jerry curl when he met my mama. What kind of curl you want, player? My daddy said he used to use the orange ones. So they straighten your hair with a relaxer. You give me the orange one, player. Give it to me, player. And then they put all of the orange ones in your hair, put the same solution on, just like they did for the white person or the person with straight hair that was going curly. They put that on, take the rollers out, and then boom, new curl pattern. You getting heat damage. There's no such heat damage. Means that you changed your curl pattern and you shifted the bonds in your hair and you didn't mean to. That's all it means. You change the bonds around in your hair because everybody thinks that they know hair. Most people don't know. Give me a 1 if you know what I mean when I say taking your hair from alpha keratin to beta keratin. Give me a 1 if you know what that means. Most people have no idea what that means. That is why heat damage is so huge, because most people have no idea what that even means. Most people think that all you got to do is get your hair a little gel. Oh, I can air dry my hair overnight. No, just because you air dried your hair overnight does not mean that your hair is in beta keratin. And if you do not want to give yourself heat damage, before you put heat on your hair, you need to get your hair from alpha keratin to beta keratin. But most people don't even know what that is. And so they're like, oh, Zen, I don't want to straighten my hair because every time I straighten my hair, I give myself heat damage. How do you straighten hair properly? Nobody will tell me. I love y'all, but when y'all when I went to get my C-section with my doctor, I didn't say, okay, so how you gonna cut my stomach open? Can you tell me real quick? No. The hell? Put your damn pillow right there and hold your back. Don't move so I can stick the needles in your back. Be quiet. Is it true that sodium hydroxide is listed in conditioner ingredients will damage your hair? No. It depends on the mixture. Y'all have to understand that things are formulated together. So there are certain reactions that happen with certain chemicals, and y'all need to understand that. I'm going to use Donald Trump for an example. Everybody was like, oh yeah, let's get a businessman to run the country. Oh, thank you so much for the donation. I love you. Like, oh, well, businessman's gonna run the country, because people did not understand what it meant to have a businessman running the country. Because most people, unless you in business, you don't understand what business is about. Business is about supply and demand. How do I find out what the demand is? I have to do market research. First, I have to do market research. And once doing market research is looking on YouTube, looking on social media to see what people want. What are people searching? In my CEO Masters, where I teach people how to build their business for $6.99 a month, if you're interested in signing up, hello. I teach everybody in my group how to search the market. You search the market. That means I go on Google and I go on I'm not telling y'all because y'all not paying $6.99 a month, but you go on a certain websites, and you can go on there and literally search natural hair products and see what everybody's talking about. I know people that work for big corporations, and they are hired to be in front of the computer looking on YouTube to see what y'all like. Oh, they talking about rice water. Let's put rice water on the bottle. Y'all do not understand that for me to say, if this was my product, for me to say 100% rice water, do y'all understand that all I gotta have is that much rice water in it? And as long as this percentage of rice water that I have in it is 100% rice water, I could put it on the bottle. Do y'all understand that? That's what makes it a little annoying. Thank you so much. I love y'all so much for the donations. Thank you. Japanese straightening is in the same, I don't know how else to say this. Japanese straightening is exactly what it sounds like. It is not for black people. Like keratin treatment, Japanese hair straightening, that is to control frizz, okay? Because like people with naturally straight hair, yeah, their hair is naturally straight, but even once they straighten their hair, they have a lot of static and stuff like that. That is for frizz. It's not gonna do anything to your hair, really. Like, and to be honest, you could give yourself the same thing by turning the flat irons up a little bit too high. Like, I just don't. Japanese hair are you Japanese? I just don't get mad. Like, I don't understand. Are you Japanese? Like, all of the stuff that people that oh my God. I just don't understand. Y'all don't buy Japanese bundles. Y'all don't buy Asian bundles, but everybody uses the Asian right. So I just don't understand. Like, I really, really wish that y'all would copy the trends of the women that y'all actually buy bundles from. Like, Peruvian women, Indian women, they actually have some of my favorite practices. That's where I got the recipe for my eucalyptus aloe gel from. And in my opinion, Indian women have one of the best hair growth remedies that I've seen, period. They take a hibiscus flower and some water and go like this. And it comes out with a gel. I'm actually about to look for it real quick while we on here right now, so I can pull it up for y'all, so y'all can go watch it. She literally, actually, when this is over, I'll put the link. She literally takes up like the actual flower and the leaves, and she go like this with some water, gel, and that it turns into a gel. But that's what they use for shampoo and conditioner. They don't use shampoo or conditioner. They take a eucalyptus leaf and some water, and they go like this for like 10 minutes, and it ends up turning into a gel. And they put their head over the sink like this, and they focus it directly on the scalp, not the hair shaft. They focus it on the scalp, because she said out of her mouth, we only focus on the scalp, making sure that our scalp is able to breathe so it can get pure oxygen flow so it can grow. And then they talk about all of the benefits of the eucalyptus leaves and all of the benefits that they have to stimulate the blood cells that lie under the hair follicle. And she put her hair under that, and then she rinsed it out with water, and boom, shablam. But y'all hear nobody talk about that. But y'all buying Indian bundles and Peruvian bundles for $400-$500, but using wick rice. I ain't never seen, no one has ever bought me 4 bundles of Asian hair. I just don't. Is tea spritz on hair bad? No. This right here. Oh, sorry, hold on. This is fenugreek. This is fenugreek water, basically. Like, I boiled water and added a cup of fenugreek seeds, cut the water off, let it sift, and boom. It's vitamin E oil and a preservative in here. It's going in the refrigerator. I'll use it for about a week before it goes out. So, yeah, but I love you guys. We have been on here for a long time, and I'm going to go now. I love you guys so much, and we are going to do this again, but it will be for sure on Tuesday next week. Make sure you go and comment below and let me know what your favorite part of this video is. And I really, really need you to do this for me. Don't none of y'all leave until after I say this. When this video ends, please go on in the comments. And once this video loads, because normally it takes like 10 minutes for it to pop up on my channel. But go on there and tell me what video you want me to do next. What part of hair growth do you want me to do a video specifically about? Is it how to avoid heat damage? How to mix your own products for hair growth? How to focus on length retention? Whatever your problem is, let me know in the comments. And I promise you, the first 20 people, all of your comments will be my next 20 videos. I can promise you that. I'm getting deep into education. The first 20 people that comment whenever this video ends, I will be making my next 20 videos about education based around the recommendations that you make. Okay? Okay? I love you so much. Thank you for rocking with your girl today.